Hey now. Oh, I still got the video up. There we go. What's going on, everybody? We got an informative podcast today, and we're gonna talk about a lot of shit that's going on in the world. A lot of shit with Russia and Ukraine. We know everybody's talking about. It's all they've been talking about all week. So, really, we have no choice but to talk about this. This is gonna be the primary subject of this episode. We have different probably opinions and stuff, and a lot of people are uninformed about what's going on, and a lot of people are making memes. I'm not gonna lie, dude. Some of the memes I've seen are fucking hilarious. The
Already.
the shit with Russia and Ukraine, and they're like, if you if you play Modern Warfare 2 and you Prestige 2, they're gonna fucking draft you to fucking go fight.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, God damn, dude. There was one meme. It showed Aunt May praying in the first Spider-Man. It's like people in Ukraine right now,
and
and the Green Goblin,
yeah.
bam, just fucking blows in, dude. That shit was like, God damn, like people in Ukraine tonight.
That's no joke.
No,
man.
it's not a joke. It's not a joke. But the memes, dude, you
The
cannot. The
memes.
memes are fucking funny. But dude, yes, it's not definitely
But
not a
people,
joke.
I mean, wait till it happens to you. I mean,
Right.
those
I didn't
memes.
make the memes. Okay,
I know.
Right.
It's just the people that make them. Like, a lot of people are, losing their homes, man. They're I think 68 plus killed already, 160 plus injured.
Yeah.
As of
I checked it yesterday. It
yesterday.
was 68 Ukrainians. I'm not sure
Yeah.
if they are civilians. Man, dude, I got this one video of the civilian. Man, have you seen the guy getting ran over by the tank? Have you seen that one yet, dude? I'm gonna pull that one up. I know I got that one somewhere. Let's see. Right, they might have taken it down. Russian forces to control this one right here. So this elderly Ukrainian driver
Motherfucker.
miraculously rescued alive after a Russian tank car crushes car. Look at this shit. This tank is just driving out of control. I think it skidded off. Boom!
Ooh.
Just fucking runs him over and just fucking keeps. Well, he
That's a
eventually
Russian
leaves.
tank too, huh?
It's a Russian tank, dude.
Like it
It's
was
an
on
old
purpose.
guy too. And then later on shows a video that's them pulling the guy out. The Ukrainians. I mean,
Damn.
so basically, from my understanding is, and correct me if I'm wrong, guys.
That's a badass car right there.
Yeah, it's that new smush top deal. Hang on one second, guys. All right, well, so from my understanding is that is Ukraine wants to join NATO, and Russia basically wants to form the Soviet Union, or wants to form a union again with Ukraine. But Ukraine has only been independent since 1991. It's before that, it was pretty much Russian controlled throughout history. So basically, Putin wants to basically seize Ukraine and basically bring back Russian imperialism. And United States obviously is part of NATO, France, Italy, Canada, I think like Venezuela. There's a bunch of countries that are part of NATO. Obviously, Russia's not part of it. Russia's against NATO. China's not in NATO. Japan, which those are like the main superpowers of the world is China, Russia, United States, Japan. They have the strongest militaries in the world. So I think that I'm not sure if obviously Ukraine is rich in coal, and they're rich in oil, they're rich in iron, and they're rich in soil, which you can obviously, you can grow agricultural things in Ukraine, and that's what Putin is after, because they're ultimately, but he's after imperialism, and he wants to basically shut down them from joining us, because once you're part of NATO, we're all protecting each other. You know what I mean? And Putin does not want that shit. He wants to be the big dick swinging. He wants to control Europe, and he wants to basically expand. He's a crazy motherfucker, dude. He's a crazy motherfucker.
Crazy but
and
bold.
He wasn't even popular until recently, like 2014. Like, people were starting to turn against him in Russia. And then he decided to change and started to be more of the
Westernized
like
westernized leader.
Christian, stuff like that. And that's when he started gaining popularity, and then it just made his head big. Obviously, it made his head big, and now he wants to. Now everybody in Russia loves him, and Eastern Ukraine are big Russia supporters. There's a lot of rebels in Eastern Ukraine that are fighting their own people in Ukraine because they have the Russian blood. They speak Russian. Only like mostly Western Ukraine speak native Ukraine language, Ukrainian, I think it's called. And Eastern Ukraine wants to basically join back Russia, form a union. What's your guys' take on all this stuff that's going on?
I mean, I believe Russia invaded another country. It happened under the Bush administration. It also happened under the Obama administration. So fortunately, it's nothing new, right? But I think they're doing it because, this is just a reality to me because nobody respects us. Nobody fears us, at least currently. And Putin, he did it because he called out the West's bluffs, the threats. Like, it doesn't deter him at all. Look what he's doing. Actions speak louder than the words. So I think he's taking advantage of the situation. He knows that, hey, America got another 2 years with this, old buffoon. So let's take over and let's take advantage of the situation. And these sanctions ain't gonna deter Russia at all. It's only gonna cause everything to go up. It's a lose-lose situation for everybody, really, us and them. So that's really my take on that. I don't think we should get involved at all, honestly. It's not like Ukraine is part of NATO.
Right. Well,
so it's not like Russia's taking over France or England.
Right. England
Germany
is another part. UK is part of NATO. So Biden sent troops to Europe, to our friends at NATO, at our allies, I should say, to go basically protect their borders. You know what I mean? But he didn't.
I think it was 7,000 or something.
He's not interfering
directly with
the Russians.
I think he's just doing it just to pretty much make our presence known. But I'm sure they have orders: don't fire. Don't interfere.
He issued a executive order. I think it was yesterday. I'm gonna play the clip to stop sending goods to Russia. Let me play it.
The aggressor. Putin chose this war. And now he and his country will bear the consequences.
Today,
I'm authorizing additional strong sanctions and new limitations on what can be exported to Russia. This is going to impose severe cost on the Russian economy, both immediately and over time. We have purposefully designed these sanctions to maximize the long-term impact on Russia and to minimize the impact on the United States.
He should have done this months ago.
I want to be clear. The United States is not doing this alone. For months, we've been building a coalition of partners representing well more than half the global economy. 27 members of the European Union, including France, Germany, Italy, as well as the United Kingdom, Canada, Japan, Australia, New Zealand, and many others, to amplify the joint impact of our response. Putin.
So how is this going to affect us? Well, the way I see it is we're gonna see our gas prices go even higher. They're already over $3. They're like $3.20.
They're expecting this in the next,
and that's for low grade. That's for low grade is now $3.20 a gallon.
Yeah, in the coming months, I think
a month ago it was $2.80.
Yeah, the industry analysts we're gonna be around $4 a gallon, people.
It went 40 cents higher in a month.
It's gonna cost up to $100 a barrel. So you take that into effect, on the national average is going to be around $4 a gallon. Well, California is going to be worse.
My understanding was always that lower gas prices is not necessarily good for the economy. But now I think it's bad for the economy, and it's going to be higher gas prices, because usually whenever the gas prices were low, that means the economy is not doing good enough. But now the gas prices, the oil's going up, and the economy's still going to be shitty. Everybody's going to fucking lose on their 401k. Everybody's gonna be paying more at the grocery store. Everybody's gonna be paying more for gas at the pump. I mean, and we have nothing to gain out of this, dude. We're gonna be sacrificing our troops and sacrificing billions of dollars. The same thing that fucking Joe Biden did over there in fucking over there in the Middle East. He fucking left. He just fucking took all the troops out and left all of our fucking all of our technology over there.
That was,
now those fucking what was it?
the Afghans.
All the weapons and
All the weapons. He left it over
Billions
there.
of
Now,
dollars
them
of weapons.
Them motherfuckers don't know how to use that shit. They're gonna sell it to the fucking highest bidder. They them motherfuckers don't know how to fucking fly fighter jets and fighter helicopters.
The White House excuse was that, oh, well, they don't have the resources to maintain it, so in the long run, it's not going to really, matter. But
Talking about billions of dollars.
Talking about billions of dollars. I mean,
that's not a reason.
I think that was the start of. That's when. To me, that was the start of the whole world looking at us like, look at this old buffoon. It's just. It's a catastrophe, the withdrawal. I think that's like more. I think most people agree that it was just a bad withdrawal, and I think how many was it? Marines, 11 Marines were killed or something like that. Something like
there's a bombing.
Yeah, so you have, our own people in our armed forces that died because of this bad move. Now, if people recall, and I'm telling you, social media won't tell you this, but Trump laid out a plan. Hey, in this stage, we're gonna do this. In this stage, we're gonna withdraw them, and then towards the end, we're gonna take away our weapons, take away our tanks, our Hawks, and then he also sent them a message. If one single American dies, guess what? We're gonna be right back.
Yeah, dude.
So they made an agreement already. So obviously he didn't win the election, and here comes this, the Twitter mob, comes in, the savior of the world, the unifier, right? Even Tom Hanks said it. Oh yeah, unify, peace is restored. Well, you call that peace, now we're at war or potentially
World War III.
So my thing is that was the start of the whole world looking at us like, man, now North Korea now launching more nuclear missile testing. Now you have Russia doing this. So what's next? China's going to invade Taiwan now?
Yeah.
So what's next?
They already have, I thought. China's already.
Without firing a single weapon, right?
Yep.
So, and the Taliban took over Afghan in in less than 24 hours without firing a single bullet, It's crazy, and all those, how many years were we at war over there since 9/11? Almost 20 years, and for what?
People were scared of Trump. Nobody's fucking scared of this old fucking old fragile old man that's losing his mind. Yeah. Honestly, he's made it a lot longer than I thought.
And it's not even funny, man. To be honest,
no. Yeah, he's dealing with the most powerful country in the world, and I thought he was only going to last a couple of months before that fucking ticker expires, and fucking Kamala Harris was gonna Yaz queen her way into office, and then who's gonna take her as vice president? Nancy Pelosi or something.
That's the crazy part. I mean, let's just say, hopefully this year, God willing, the Republicans take over Congress, the House and the Senate. Hopefully,
you were telling me even the Democrats are hating this guy.
So let's just say they impeach this guy because he is not mentally fit to be office of the president.
And
who's going to be, of course, going to be Kamala Harris. We're either way, we're screwed because Kamala Harris does not have a clue what the hell she's doing.
This guy's been he's been a U.S. senator for
this whole entire
40 years.
Life,
for 40 years.
Never accomplished anything.
Anything. He fucked it up. Trump even said, all he had to fucking do was come to the White House and sit in the chair.
That's all he had to do.
That's all he had to do. Leave everything the way it is.
But no, it's almost like he's doing it on purpose, to be honest. Like, this man's been in government for 30, 40 plus years, and I think he knows what he's doing. At the same time, I think he's just pretty much giving into his party's demand, I think he wants to be known as, I'm the guy who enacted these policies. I'm the guy that there's going to be, you could go to any restroom you want. however you feel inside.
Yeah, however you feel that day.
I'm the guy that is gonna give your 5-year-old an option to be an
adult,
a unicorn.
Yeah.
I'm that guy.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, he's not mentally fit.
Yeah, so you can identify as the opposite sex, but how come people are going to be saying, how come I can't identify as a 9-year-old?
Well, I feel
today I feel like a 9-year-old. I'm attracted to 9-year-olds. That's it. That's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
And
that's where we're
9-year-olds,
going.
I'm identifying as a 21-year-old. Give me a fucking alcoholic beverage. And that's
what about me? What if I feel Brazilian inside? So I'm a Brazilian. And identify me as a Brazilian.
Yeah.
Not as a Hispanic Mexican American, but I'm a Brazilian. And you know what? Screw that. I want to be known as a Hawaiian.
I'm identifying as Joe Biden. How come people don't fucking listen to what I? How come I don't run the country? I'm the new Joe Biden. I feel it in my heart that I woke up as Joe Biden today. Actually, just a second ago, I decided I was Joe Biden.
Yeah.
So you have to start treating me like you're president. Okay.
I want to identify as tax exempt.
Yeah, no shit, man, dude. And that's the thing, dude. People are still talking about this, the COVID thing and the mask.
So, man, that's just
These
pretty much over,
fucking
man.
Generation Z, dude. They're fucking They should be Generation P for pussies.
Yep.
That's what they should be. Generation P.
The way I see it, like, we used to be scared of certain things. You were scared of killers. You were scared of getting into a car accident. Right now, everybody's scared of the air.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Pretty much.
Kids are eating each other's assholes, but they would want to wear a mask in the stores. They go meet.
And by kids, you mean these 18, 19-year-olds?
Yeah. Yes, I'm saying
they
these
think
kids.
they know the whole world. They think they're on top of the world. They got everything figured out.
Right.
You haven't even scratched the surface of the real world. Man.
Yeah, dude. They're eating each other's buttholes, but they want to wear a mask in public because they don't want.
Did you send that? Did you see the video clip I sent you yesterday of South Park?
Yeah.
So that episode,
my clit and my balls or something. What do you say?
That in that episode, this is back in 2014. So I guess is when this whole thing started.
South Park is just like The Simpsons, man. They always predict the future.
So that episode, you watch South Park too here. So that episode back in 2014, right? It's on HBO Max.
Sure I've seen that one.
It's where Cartman identified as a cisgender, which basically
You can go in the girls' restroom.
he go in the girls' restroom. He feels like a female.
I think I remember.
So they ended up making a new restroom for him.
His own private
His own
restroom.
private
I
restroom.
remember.
But I sent him a clip of he was in the girls' bathroom because it's cleaner than the boys' bathroom. So the girls were waiting in line and, come on, Cartman, we want to use the toilet. He's like, there's other toilets here, but not while you're here, it stinks. And then he's like, well, suck my balls and clit.
Nowadays,
Anyways,
man, everything is ass backwards, dude.
What's right is wrong, what's wrong is right.
The fucking thing about the COVID thing, where we're calling a drug dealer a rapist who held some pregnant woman at hostage. We're praising him, burning down half the country, but you're killing your babies. You're killing innocent lives, thousands of babies a day, but they're praising a fucking no good piece of shit guy.
Criminal history.
I mean, nobody
career
liked
criminal.
him. Even his family didn't like him. That's why he moved to a different fucking state. And they're burning down half the fucking country, but you're killing your babies. That's what you're doing. What is going on here? Every fucking day. They want to 6 months pregnant, 8 months pregnant. They're fucking having abortions, dude. It's ass backwards, dude. What the hell? Y'all guys are the real terrorists. You guys are the real fucking criminals. Y'all should be in jail. Y'all should be locked up. Y'all are the ones going to go to hell. This is it really gets me mad when this fucking whole thing is backwards as fuck.
And it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse. I mean, it kind of makes you question, like, hey, what if you want to bring kids into this world, I mean, just what kind of a country they're gonna grow up on,
Exactly.
Grow up in. And I mean, let's just say at this point, let's just say America really, let's just say, hey, we go if we go this route, if we cave into the left, it's my way or you're a racist. So I'm going to get the vote. I'm going to stay in power. I'm going to abolish all voting laws so illegals, immigrants could vote for me and keep us in power. At this point, what world is your kids or your kids going to live in, It's all going to be controlled. The electrical cars, you know what? You didn't pay your taxes, so we're going to shut down your vehicle. We're going to drive your ass straight to jail automatically. We're going to lock the doors on you. Hey, It's a good possibility 50 years from now, man. I mean, but you know what? If people,
It's just I blame a lot. I blame a lot of it on the media. I think the media is pushing so much fake, so much propaganda. You don't know what the hell to believe. You got CNN and MSNBC and
got
BBC,
ABC and-
ABC, CBS. You got
you
all
got
these.
the New York Times, you got
They're just
all
dude.
these major outlets. So there's a disconnect with most people. Why do you think private journalists have risen up? Because they're becoming more trustworthy. They
Dude.
share data. They give their opinions, but they also share data.
More
Like,
people listen to Joe Rogan than people watch CNN.
Yeah,
And
Joe
CNN's
Rogan
been
has
going
more
for
viewers than
30
CNN.
fucking years,
And
40
they don't like
years.
that.
CNN.
don't like that.
I would say CNN stands for Corrupt News Network. That's what it is.
now, if you looked at the latest ratings, I mean, Fox News is number one. They Tucker Carlson alone gets millions of viewers a night.
Trump called in the other night to
To who?
Hannity.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Well, I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, man. He said, man, this guy in the office is a fucking joke, man. He was saying that I would have stopped this shit. None of this shit would have been happening if I was still in office, dude. Trump needs to run again.
Well, we all know he is. He hasn't officially
I
confirmed
don't
it, but
know if
he
he is. I don't know if he is or not. We already know he got fucked. That's the only thing I don't like about Trump is he keeps saying over and over he got fucked. Everybody knows he got fucked.
But I don't think
everybody
he's
knows
been-
everybody knows they cheated him out of
But
the,
I don't
out
think
of the
he's
fucking
been.
election.
I don't think he's been actually saying that.
He has been saying. He always says that every time he gets on the camera. He says that it's rigged. I got fucked over.
Yeah, but what if it's true though?
What if what's true? No, they had proof that they had mail-in votes from dead people that had been dead for 10 years.
Yeah, we know that.
Millions.
But they say that it's not enough to deter an election too. But I mean, I think Trump. I think Trump lost the election because I think if he would have won, they would have killed him. You never know. They would have blamed it on a crazy person. Oh, this guy's just what happened to John Lennon, whatever, crazy fanatic. But I really do believe that he probably would have been assassinated. It would have been somebody from the government, just like the guy John F. Kennedy.
I kind of feel like that's why they're trying to impeach him, so that they can get rid of all of his protection and everything.
Yeah, and they tried to impeach him twice. If you remember.
I mean,
he's gonna run. He has too much support.
he was saying that they were spying on him, and people were calling him crazy for.
Turns out it was true.
Turns out it was true, and guess what? Nobody's saying a word.
Nobody
now.
panics.
Nobody's saying a word now.
Now
dude.
he also
turns
did
out
say
it was true.
And he also said another thing about Jeffrey Epstein. Hey, the Duke probably had dirt on Democrats.
He did.
I mean,
he had so much dirt on him. Bill Clinton has I think 40 or 50 recorded flights to him to his island, and believe you me, that Epstein Island is not the only island out there.
I highly doubt it, man. I mean, it's
Bill Gates was over there too. You don't think
A
Bill
lot of
Gates has his
people,
own
the
fucking
elite.
island? He was even richer than Jeffrey Epstein. He has his own fucking island, and now all of a sudden he's a fucking scientist now, and he's a politician now.
he knows better than no. I don't. I mean, it's crazy times we live in, and I think
It's like a movie. It's literally like a movie, dude.
it's
You
more
can't
like-
write. You can't make this shit up. This is.
What if
It
Bill
makes me
Gates-
believe more into. It really makes me, and y'all know me. I'm not a religious guy. I don't go to church, but it really makes me think about, maybe what the apocalypse talks about is maybe that's
Book of
true.
Revelation. What were you
Book
gonna
of
say, Steven?
Revelation. I mean, it's
I was going to say something about what if Bill Gates is involved with COVID-19 because the virus is electronic.
I haven't heard that one yet.
yeah. I mean, yeah.
Explain.
Just because he's involved with Microsoft and everything. So.
Right. It might be, dude. I mean, I don't know. I mean, who knows nowadays? And he was saying that there's gonna be another
Another
outbreak or
pandemic
another
something.
pandemic. Yeah, there's gonna be another. I'm sure there is gonna be another fucking pandemic, dude. And don't get me started on the pandemic. So after 30, 40 years with AIDS, HIV, cancer, since the beginning of time, they can't have a fucking cure for it. But they came up with the cure in 9 months for a goddamn COVID vaccine. They came up with the vaccine in 9 months. But it's been 30 years over 30 years since HIV and AIDS came out. Cancer's been around for fucking centuries. You get all these disease. You got diabetes. All you can do is treat them. You know why? Because money. People are paying to go to the doctor. People are paying for
fear.
insulin. People are paying for chemo. People are paying for all these stuff. You know what will happen if you find a cure for these fucking diseases? The pharmacy will lose trillions of dollars.
It will impact the economy.
But guess what? People will spend their money elsewhere. They're not just gonna save up their money. Nobody saves up all their money, just puts it away. You're gonna spend money, dude.
I mean, you're right about that, but
how come we can come up with how come sorry to cut you off? So how come we can come up with a vaccine in 9 months whenever we cannot cure AIDS, diabetes, cancer? I mean, the list goes on.
well, they say that the cure for cancer and the cure for HIV is really on a strict diet, organic diet. I don't know if you heard about that, but I heard about, everything that they're feeding us is basically causing cancer in the long run. They're slowly but surely killing you,
Right.
Everything we eat, everything's processed. Everything's just, it's all processed. It's
Probably
all,
just everything that has to do with technology is probably doing that.
Yeah.
Cell phones, radios, everything.
yeah. I mean, they say that the signals, they emit like a signal that it's not really good for the human body and the mind and even your eyes and your smell.
I
It
know
alters
that,
your
too.
smell.
That's not natural.
I mean, of course, it's not natural. It's fucking up the bees, the signals, the waves, the 5G. Your cell phone's in your pocket, so you're going to get testicular cancer in 80 years? Who the fuck knows, dude? It could be a number of different things. We need to start working on shit on cures for that, on how we can prevent that shit from happening. I'm not going to walk around wearing a fucking tin foil fucking cup for the rest of my life. I know that. But we need to figure out something else besides fucking figuring out, we put the best scientists in the world and this and that. And we have a fucking patent for COVID-19. You know what a patent means? Patent means somebody had to create this. Somebody owns the patent for COVID-19. How can you own a patent for a virus? That's what I want to know. I have questions like this. I'm like thinking like, man, dude, this doesn't make no sense. The patent was created in the UK. I forgot the name of the doctor or the scientist who the patent is registered under. So is he making money off of this fucking pandemic, or how is that working out?
Well, someone's.
And then you have these different companies, Johnson & Johnson and Pfizer, and all you see is them trying to push the vaccine. Why do I need the vaccine if you have the vaccine and you're wearing a mask? The vaccine, it's already been proven, it does not prevent you from getting the virus. It helps mitigate the symptoms of the virus. That's all it does.
No, I had it.
If you're scared, go to church.
I had it twice. And the second time, it was really no big deal. I mean,
The first time was no big deal to me either.
Well, I think first I was just fatigue for me, but I think the flu was more dangerous than the COVID. But I mean, I'm a living proof, and actually, my whole family got it, and except for my older sister, she got the vaccine, and then she got it, and she had it worse than any of us.
Exactly.
And none of us had the vaccine.
Exactly.
Including my mom and dad. My dad had no symptoms. He's the only one in the family that didn't have no symptoms. So he had it twice. Actually, me, my mom, and my dad had it twice.
But
and the second time was just.
But just because you get the vaccine does not mean you cannot get the virus.
Not only that, and I don't know if you. Well, I don't think at the time we had your podcast, but I remember. You know what? Hey, this was gonna happen.
Dude,
they're gonna tell you to get the vaccine. And then next thing is going to be the booster. And then next thing is going to be the second booster. The government's going to keep coming out with these fucking shots. And screw that. Because at first, Anthony Fauci, didn't he say after when the vaccine rolls out, everything's going to go back to normal, no mask. And then he says, no, now you still need a mask. No, now you need a second booster and so and so and so. I think people are getting tired. You know what? Screw you guys. What the fuck's going on? You know what? I just want to go back to my life.
Well, you brought up the Bible earlier, and
things that are happening now makes me believe more.
People are saying maybe the vaccine is the mark of the beast.
People compared it, but
then they were saying also in the Book of Revelations, it was saying when there's like a leader that everybody loves and everybody praises, everybody's gonna be attracted to him, and everybody's gonna think he's a gift from God,
a unifier.
And guess what he's gonna be?
No, but the
devil.
Antichrist.
He's going to be the Antichrist. I don't think he's Biden, because a lot of people hate Biden. I don't think he's Biden.
Yeah, it's not
It can't
Biden.
be
It's not.
Biden
It's not Trump either. I mean,
It's
everybody
not
hates
Biden.
Trump too.
It's
Gotta
not
be
Trump.
charismatic and presentable.
It's got to be charismatic and presentable. And you know what Bible stands for?
Basic instructions
Before leaving
before-
Earth. Leaving Earth.
before leaving Earth. Oh yeah.
Basic
yeah, you're right.
instructions before leaving Earth. That's what the Bible allegedly, stands for.
Yeah.
And it says in the book of Revelations too. I think I said on the podcast earlier. Whenever the two superpowers unite, that's going to be the beginning of the end.
Well, they said
The
that.
two super.
Turn against Israel too. I think.
Well, we already know Israel and
mentions that.
Palestine, but I'm talking about two superpowers of the world right now is Russia and China. We're the third one. Well, we're number one, but we're number one, and then you got Russia and China. So if Russia gets involved and starts getting with Russia and China, if they start what's the word I'm looking for? Collaborating. If they start, conspiring together, it's gonna be hard because we can handle Russia, we can't handle China, and we can't handle definitely China and Russia at the same time. Even if we are backed up by NATO, you know how many fucking 2 billion people almost in China, and then I don't know what's Russia's population. The United States has only 330 million, and look, and you see what people we have protecting our country.
Man, well, not only that. I mean, you have this idiot president of ours firing our Navy SEALs, our elite of the elite, for not getting the vaccine.
Yes. Also 20-year Air Force pilots.
Yeah.
They don't want the vaccine.
Yeah, no.
Get rid of them. What the fuck, dude?
And China
Who
looks
gives
at
a
us.
fuck?
China looks at us. Russia looks at us. You think they don't know this? You think they don't know? They're like they're laughing at us. You know what? Look at the U.S. They're a bunch of fairy tales. People that want to be unicorns. People that want to be fairy tales. We're raising men here. We're raising men. We're raising women. We're raising fierce soldiers. Let's capitalize on this. That's literally the whole goal, is to overthrow us. But in our country, I mean, it's not the World War II days when everybody was united. You had, 17, 18, 19-year-olds storming the beaches of Normandy? And look at the average 17, 18, 19-year-olds today. I mean, they're wearing skinny jeans. They're dyeing their fucking hair as rainbows. But the minute somebody insults them, they want to call the laws. Because they can't fight their own battles. I mean, it's kind of scary where we're going, man. I mean, who's going to be the next generation of SEALs, of Army Rangers? Who's going to be that? I mean, is there enough? Who's going to be the next Chris Kyle?
When it comes to the military of the United States not wanting the vaccine, I am a bit conflicted, because they do give you 30 fucking vaccines. They do give you 30 shots whenever you join the Army, the Marines, Air Force. They give you so many shots because you're going to these different countries and you don't know what kind of viruses they have. So I don't want to be hypocritical and I don't want to be biased, but I don't understand. But on one hand, you shouldn't force them to take the COVID-19 vaccine, especially if they're isolated on the base. But on the other hand, I'm also thinking, like, why don't they want to just take the vaccine? They already fucking took 20 vaccines to get into the military.
I don't think not all of them, though.
All of them.
Yeah, but
all of them have to take.
But the vaccines they take, they've been around for decades, though.
Right. I mean, you're right.
This is something new, and there hasn't been too much research in it. So that's their concern.
Dude.
The
people that were, I shouldn't say the people, the veterans that fought in the Vietnam War, they took so many shots, and you know what happened? Well, the survivors that actually fought in Vietnam and came back, a lot of them had children that were just quadriplegic and cerebral palsy syndrome, and they had so many different things wrong with their kids. I think it was tougher for them raising kids than it was fighting in the Vietnam War. I mean, I'm just saying from an outsider's perspective, that whenever they had all these shots back in the 1960s and 70s, they were fighting, in the Vietnam War, I guess you can call it. I'm not sure if it was actual war, but they got all these shots.
War we technically lost, so.
Yeah, but they're children.
I feel like with the COVID-19 vaccine, there's so many reasons that I feel like I wouldn't want to get it.
Come a little bit closer to your mic.
There's so many reasons I feel like I wouldn't want to get the vaccine. One of them could be the fact that they were trying to pay people to take the vaccine. So what does that tell you about it?
Right.
So
Yeah. Are you vaccinated?
no.
Are you vaccinated? I'm not vaccinated.
Hell no.
And let me tell you something, man.
And I'm good. We all exercise.
I've had it.
I believe in exercise and having a healthy diet lifestyle. I think it adds years to your life, and you can't rely on these vaccines, medicines, and whatnot. I mean, I have insurance. I think we all do here, but
Yeah.
I just do my yearly checkups, and that's it. I mean, but when the doctor wants, like for example, I visit my allergist. It turns out that I'm allergic to cats. I'm allergic to oak. I'm allergic to redwood. Pretty much the outdoors, but. Doctor said you're gonna have to take Zyrtec every single day, and then the nostrils every single day, and then you had to come in every week to get these allergy shots. So
Do you?
it basically
You have to do that?
well, that's what my doctor says, and of course, I took his word, and he said that the allergy shots, basically for 3 months, you won't react to what you're allergic to. So I'm like, fuck that. I don't like the idea of going. It's just too extraneous for me. So what I do whenever I start reacting, I just take one Zyrtec. It lasts me for a week, maybe 2, maybe 3.
Really?
Yeah, like I have no symptoms. So here's my doctor telling me that I have to take Zyrtec every single day, and he tell me that eventually your body's gonna be immune. You won't have the same effects of the medicine, so you're gonna have to take the shots. So what I do is I just take once every maybe 1 to 3 pills a month of Zyrtec, and I'm good. So
That's because you don't take it too much. If you
Exactly.
Take too much, then you're gonna get used to it.
Yeah,
Exactly. And it's like
you're gonna build up a tolerance.
They want you to do that. You keep coming back and taking all these medicine that keeps them in business.
Let me ask a dumb question. Can you develop allergies? Because my whole life, I never had allergies.
Yeah.
A couple of years ago, I started waking up, eyes itching, sneezing.
Yeah, no, that's what it does. You do. Like
do.
every age, when you move, you
Yeah.
develop them. As you grow,
I was always
develop
making
them.
fun of, bullshitting around with my girl and told her, man, you fucking gave me allergies. Because she sneezes like 20 times in a row.
Nah, that's nothing to do with that.
And
It's just your body.
I give you 3 bless yous. After 3 bless yous, you're on your own, dude. Only God can bless you.
But you know what? A lot of people, I think there's 1 in 3 Americans that, that really suffer from allergies. It's a common thing, and they still don't. The funny thing is, they still don't know why we have allergies. It's still mystery, scientific mystery. That's crazy.
I mean, some of the things that we have allergies for, probably everybody is allergic to those things. Like certain things,
Like peanuts.
No, like whenever spring comes around, stuff like that. Like everybody's getting
Seasonal
allergies,
allergies.
stuff like that.
Dude, well, I'm not even going to bring it up. I don't want to bring that up.
Is it politically incorrect?
No. It's just personal.
Okay.
I'm not going to bring it up.
He's allergic to something.
Not me. I don't know what the hell I'm allergic to. I don't think I'm allergic to anything.
He's allergic
I'm
to lip tarts.
I'm allergic to lip. yeah, dude.
I know Steven is.
I'm allergic to bullshit, dude.
I'm allergic to nonsense.
But what else we got?
I'm allergic to Joe Biden.
Yeah, but you know you are, dude. Zelensky bans males aged 18 through 60 from leaving Ukraine. Now, this is from RAP, but also CNN reported. According to CNN, President Zelensky has banned all male citizens 18 through 60 years old from leaving the country, according to the State Border Guard Service. The statement said that following the introduction of martial law in Ukraine, a temporary restriction has been imposed.
Why is it?
In particular, it is forbidden for men aged 18 through 60 Ukraine citizens to leave borders of Ukraine. The statement said this regulation will remain in effect for the period of the legal regimen of martial law. We ask the citizens to take this information into consideration.
So what? They want the Russians to kill them or something?
No, dude. They basically said if you're able to fight, you need to fight for your country.
And they're getting supplied by weapons, apparently.
They need to. But they should have been preparing.
But I thought it's a pandemic. I thought guns here in the States, for example, it's a pandemic.
Oh, yeah,
and they're
yeah,
evil.
yeah.
I thought the government is gonna.
Oh, yeah.
I thought we rely on the government police to protect us. What happened with that?
No. Guns grow legs and kill people. You didn't know that?
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that,
That's
dude?
something new, Steve.
Guns are evil. They're put here by Satan.
Yeah, guns actually miraculously, stand up, point
Yeah.
a gun at you, and they put their own trigger.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
Duh.
Even knives do that. Knives just like a poltergeist, man. They'll come at you. That's what happens. So,
dude. Yeah, dude. Guns are for the devil, man.
Yeah, the bullets come out of them all by themselves.
Yeah.
They even still have the casing attached to it.
yeah, man. I mean, I'm gonna start calling them ghost bullets.
Yeah.
But you know what?
Hey, speaking of ghosts, have y'all heard of that ghost of Kiev?
No. Come on.
Ghost what?
Get closer to your mic.
The fuck is that?
Have
I
y'all
never
heard of
that
Speaking
shit?
of ghosts, have y'all heard of the ghost of Kiev?
No, dude.
The fuck is that, man? I gotta hear this shit.
Tell us.
So I play the game Ace Combat, and I'm on the Ace Combat communities on Facebook. So this is where I first saw it, but it's not limited to this. They keep posting pictures of this fighter jet, saying that he like took out 6 Russian fighters in the first day.
Let me ask you this: is he a character in the game?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I'm not sure. He could be.
Okay.
But like it's even on not like mainstream news, but it's on smaller
My
news
first name.
websites.
Salut.
Thank you.
Yeah, bless you. But it reminds me of the game. But I've been seeing all these people from the Ace Combat forums post about it, and it sounds kind of cool though. Like
Yeah.
it's actually true. I don't know if it's actually true or not.
No, well, that would be cool, but I don't believe in ghosts. I do believe in ghosts, actually.
I believe they
No,
exist.
it's not an actual
Ghost of
ghost.
Tsushima.
That's just what they're calling him.
So these Russian fighter jets been shot down. I don't know how many Russians have died. I don't know what's the pull it up, Jamie. I don't know what's the count. I know there are Ukraine citizens, but also, man, they have to blame Eastern Ukraine. I forgot the name of the portion of Ukraine. I don't know if it's a state or if it's a county or its own city or what it is, but Eastern Ukraine, the rebels have been fighting against Ukraine since 1991, since they basically separated from the Soviet Union. And I blame this guy, Zelensky. Look how young this president is, too. I mean, now he's growing some balls now. But, dude, you got to get your country in order. So they have sent Ukraine military to basically flush out Eastern Ukraine to get rid of these rebels. But there's still a lot of rebels there. And guess what? Putin is supplying these rebels,
Of course.
with
Arms. Yeah.
With military, with tanks,
Munitions
with
and-
ammunition, with all kinds of shit, dude. I mean, I don't blame you. I don't blame Putin.
I don't blame him either. I mean, Trump was it yesterday or maybe 2 days ago where he's getting scolded by the media because he called Putin's move bold. But what Trump said is what they failed to reveal is that Trump said that, yes, he did say that, but Trump added to that Putin did it because he called on the West's bluffs of sanctions and all this. He knew that nobody was going to fuck with him, and he did it. And like Trump said, if I was in office, it wouldn't happen. And nothing happened. Nothing would have happened. So you can't really blame the guy. And, oh, yeah, you saw that they took over the Chernobyl.
Yeah, I was hearing about that.
So this is from CNN on Instagram. Troops overran the Chernobyl power plant on the first. Isn't this still radioactive?
Yes.
Very much so,
Yes.
right? It's going to be radioactive for the next 500 years, isn't it?
Oh, dude, next 1,000 years, I think, or 2,000 years.
Troops overran Chernobyl power plant. Let me hang on. Let me make this bigger. Troops overran Chernobyl power plant on the first day of Russia's multi-pronged invasion of Ukraine. A spokeswoman for the State of Emergency State Agency of Ukraine on Exclusion Zone Management, I can't pronounce that name, I'm not even going to try, told CNN, when I came to the office today in the morning, it turned out that Chernobyl nuclear power plant management had left, so there was no one to give instructions or defend. Shortly after, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky warned that Russian forces were attempting to wrest control of the nuclear plant on Thursday morning. The Ukrainian Foreign Ministry echoed the president's warning, raising the specter of another nuclear disaster in the city. So what the fuck is Russia gonna do? Go and blow it up again? What are they? Have y'all seen Chernobyl?
Yes.
It's an excellent
Good
show.
fucking
Dude.
show. I mean,
Excellent
it's very
show.
accurate. I mean, it's exactly how it happened.
I didn't really
Scary,
know that much about it until I watched that. So
Scary.
I learned a lot just from that.
scary show.
I mean, we
dude.
learned in school briefly, but
Yeah, but
not to that extent.
I always viewed it as like it was like a local event. I didn't really realize how much it actually affected the whole world.
It does. I mean, it.
I think Putin should just not fuck with that plant. Just leave it alone, man.
I think that they want to cause a crisis. You know?
But if they're
Wouldn't doubt it.
if they're sending troops to Chernobyl, these troops are doomed. In 10 years, they're gonna have cancer. They're gonna die. You go on them radioactive things for 10 minutes.
I mean, I think only drones. That people just send drones in there.
That's gonna be the next step, dude. I think drones and androids are gonna be the next step in military technology. I think that why send a troop whenever you can send a drone? But see, the thing is, drones cost millions of dollars to make each, probably more than millions, closer in the hundreds of millions. So I'm not sure how that's gonna obviously play out. But there's already drones. There's already all kinds of shit going on. I mean, we've seen in the movies. What does movies do? Predictive programming. They predict future things.
Well, the Matrix did it too.
The Matrix does it all the time. All kinds of Hollywood shit. They all have predictive programming that puts it in your mind that this is going to happen or this can never happen.
Or it may happen.
It may happen. And then all of a sudden, in 10, 15, 20 years, it's going to fucking happen.
fucking
It's
reality,
it's a nightmare, dude. The Terminator. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're going to have Terminators fighting each other, dude. And it's going to be who... And trust me, dude. We don't... China... And people are hypocrites, especially the liberals of equal pay this and equal pay that, women but yet I bet you they have iPhones. The kids are making 10 cents an hour working in fucking factories. You know what I mean? They're in sweatshops. They have Nikes. They have a designer clothes
or the
and
balls too, like the soccer balls, for example.
everything.
They have small
dude.
hands to.
Yeah.
Like sew them, that not even machines do that,
Apple is one of the main fucking companies that has these China manufacturers, and China don't give a fuck.
They're making money off of
They're
us.
communists, dude.
Yeah, what they say goes.
And have you heard about the social credit, social rating or social credit score or whatever they have in China? They're starting to implement. So they're starting to implement basically a social credit score. So basically, it's not like your credit here in the United States where you can buy a house if you have good credit. It's gonna be like that, but it's gonna be a social credit. So basically, like how many Instagram followers, how many likes, how good of a person you are, how well are you liked. So people don't have to go and visit
Black
with
Mirror
you.
shit. They made an episode about
Yes,
that. The
they
currency
did.
is the likes.
It's the
Literally.
likes.
Have you seen that show?
So whenever you
I've
go into
seen
job
the show, but I
interviews,
haven't seen that episode.
it's a good episode.
Dude,
It's
that was
with
a crazy episode of.
the director from
She came out Spider-Man 3.
yes.
Man, what's her name? She directed The Mandalorian.
She's what's his name from Happy Days' daughter.
Yeah, but she's a director of The Mandalorian.
Yes, she is.
That chick.
Mandalorian, and also Boba Fett. I think she directed one episode.
Hey, what's her name, dude? It's
Fuck, dude.
uh,
I'm trying to think of it
she's
without.
actually a
pulling
good
it up.
director, man.
Yeah, she's a
So-
good director. Yeah, and with the redhead, she came in Jurassic World.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Bryce
yes,
Dallas
it's Jurassic
Howard.
World.
You're talking about Ron Howard.
Yeah, Ron Howard's daughter. Ron Howard's daughter.
That's Ron Howard's daughter.
Yes.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
Ron Howard's daughter.
Wow.
Bryce Dallas Howard.
Bryce
Bryce
Dallas,
Dallas
Howard.
Howard.
Yes, that is her.
I didn't know that was Ron Howard.
That was the episode of Black Mirror. So basically, you go in a job interview. Okay, your resume looks good. Everything looks good. Let me pull up your social credit score. 50. Nope. Sorry, we can't hire you.
That publicity.
Yeah, you didn't you didn't fucking weed eat your lawn this week. Your neighbor gave you a bad review.
Gave you a thumbs down.
Yeah. You didn't wave hello.
You gotta watch that episode.
Whenever
man.
you were bringing in groceries, you didn't wave. Giving you a bad review. It's like Uber drivers
it's all
and shit
fake.
like that.
It's all plastic. It's all. So that shows the dangers of
the
implementation of technology on humanity. Like how bad it is. If we had this technology, but a lot of those episodes, we're not too far behind, man. We're really not. Like that social media score.
Social media score. The fucking bee robot drones. Have you seen that one?
Bee robot drones. Is that the latest season with Miley Cyrus?
No.
I haven't seen that one.
That was a trippy one too, with the Miley Cyrus episode.
I heard it wasn't good, but
that was a good
I'm
one.
still
That
gonna
was a
watch
good one.
it.
That was a good one.
I think the best one was Black Museum.
That was a good one.
That was a
dude.
crazy fucking episode.
That was
It's like 3 stories in one.
They're all fucking good, dude. Yeah.
I remember
So basically, sorry to cut you off. The Miley Cyrus one was.
No, don't spoil it. I haven't seen it.
I'm not gonna spoil it. I'm just gonna give you the basis.
Okay.
So say you die, or say you go in a coma. They can take your brains, all your memories, and your consciousness, and your personality, and upload it on a hard drive or flash drive. And they can put that in an AI robot. And that robot is going to have all your memories. It's going to be you. But the real you is going to be in a fucking coma, brain dead. But they can take everything that you ever experienced in life and put it in a robot. And that robot's going to talk like you, going to act like you, everything, your personality, everything. But the real you is going to be in a fucking bed, brain dead. That's basically the basis of that episode.
Wow.
And that shit, I'm telling you, man, that Britney Spears shit that's going on right now, that conservative shit, how she's kind of fucking going crazy, kind of losing her mind and shit like that, dude. I'm telling you, man, some shit like that is already happening. Probably with Miley Cyrus, too. I mean, she's another crazy fucking broad, too.
Yeah, she just...
Amanda Bynes, too. She basically...
She been out the radar for a while.
She filed to end her conservatorship, too, after 13 years. She's been under a conservatorship. I mean, people are regulating all your rights to everything, all your assets. They're like power of attorney. They own everything that they can make decisions for you, which is fucked up, dude. They should just say, "Oh, she's not stable." They get a couple of people to fucking sign off on it. Here you go, bam, bam. The money's yours. Everything's yours. All the assets, all the your whole career belongs to this person now because you're not mentally stable to take care of yourself.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So here's what he said on CNN.
The full mobilization announced, and so the military is all on the highest
Mark
possible
Wahlberg.
alert. The reservists are called up. People are being given weapons. Citizens are being given weapons if they want to have them. Also, there's been a ban
they wanna
on
have- who wouldn't wanna
adult
have 'em?
males between 18 and 60 years old leaving the country, so that they can serve in the military should they be conscripted in. There's been what they call a full mobilization announced.
I mean, dude, who wouldn't want to have their own? I mean, you need to protect your household, dude. You need to protect yourself. But Ukraine, man, you need to have your shit. You need to have your military, dude. They need to have people in the military already ready to protect their civilians. That's the whole point of a fucking military, dude, is to protect your country. Why are you relying on 60-year-olds? We're talking about 60-year-old men, 50 in their 50s and up to 60 years old. You cannot leave the country. What are you going to do at 60 years old? You can shoot. That's about it. 18 to 60. 18s are kids, too. I mean, I know you're going to be 18 to
But you know what?
be in the military.
It ain't like back then, like, over here in the States, back in, World War II, I mean, how old were those kids going out of war? They were 18 years old, on average. But the 18-year-olds from today, I mean, Are they really prepared to go to war?
The 18-year-olds today, are like 12-year-olds from 30 years ago.
Pretty much. I mean, let's just say our country, let's say we go to war with Russia, man. Who knows, next couple of years, and in the United States, they can draft you since, when Franklin Delano Roosevelt introduced that bill, that law, to draft, if your country needs you. So who the hell are they going to draft? I mean, are they even ready? And if you don't go, guess what? You're going to serve some jail. You're going to do jail time. But are we really ready? Our parents, raising their kids, right? To defend their family, defend their homeland? I mean, we're not.
Everybody's weak. They're fat.
Too distracted.
Everybody's overweight. They're not in shape to fight. They're in no shape, no mental shape to fight. Now, if you want to build an android, a robot, and these people can control them with a fucking Xbox controller like Call of Duty, they'll do that. You know what I mean? They know how to control Call of Duty, first-person shooters and shit like that, Battlefield. But other than that, these kids don't know how to fucking shoot a gun, dude. These kids are anti-gun.
Yeah, they're anti-gun. They're anti-American. Really, they have anti-American values. And that's what these schools are teaching them. It's just this whole Generation Z or Generation P, like you said.
Generation P.
What do you think, Steve? What do you opine about that?
Yeah, that is kind of how the kids are these days. Like, everybody's anti-gun. They're anti-gun, anti-police. They don't want to have guns to protect anybody, but they want to call the police, but they want to defund the police at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't make any sense. Pretty ridiculous.
Defund the police.
I think that's kind of dying down a bit. Because these crimes are going on. They're like, okay, maybe this is not a good idea, after all.
I live in a fairly nice community. People are fucking stealing catalytic converters.
Here? Wish a motherfucker would, man.
There was a video somebody posted. It was a group of like maybe 4, 5, 6, I don't know, kids, broad daylight, taking Amazon packages off of people's doorsteps. Wouldn't Amazon packages be considered like mail? Isn't that a federal crime to steal mail? It's a federal crime for sure to.
Yeah, what's still mail?
To mess with somebody's mail. You know what I mean? If you open up somebody's mail, that's a fine, or it's a federal crime. If you knock over somebody's mailbox or steal somebody's mailbox, you shouldn't be able to do that. And it goes back to how parents are raising their kids. If your kid grows up and your kid's a piece of shit, I'll blame the parents.
Yep.
If your kid grows up and has no manners, no respect for others,
no respect for authority, no respect for elders,
Sometimes that could just be the kid, though. Like, they can have good parents. And
very rarely. It can. You have some cases. I'm not saying 100%, but for the majority, 90, 95%, it starts at home.
Yep.
Oh, the kids can do whatever they want. Let them be kids. Let them,
Well, a lot of the kids, they don't even have respect for their parents. Well, obviously, they're going to have respect for, society, or at school or at their jobs, Like, I doubt your kids are disrespectful to you, right, Steven? So, I mean, do you spank them growing up, or you still do, or no, you never had to?
I don't like to.
But you have to sometimes, right, as a parent,
It has to be something really bad.
Yeah.
Like
some kids are just...
they were life-threatening.
Yeah. Some kids just, it's necessary to spank them. Some kids come out chill, calm. You don't have to spank them. I think just by shouting at them is enough to get them straight, So it's a case-by-case scenario, but in the long run, it's still the parent, hey, it falls on the parent, right? I mean, you got to teach them right from wrong, Hey, don't do that, or don't pick up the cat and strangle their head. You might be a murderer one day if I don't stop that,
Yeah.
So
yeah, dude.
take a break.
Oh, take a quick break real quick.
I was just gonna get.
All right, we're back. We got another thing right here. Biden says he won't send U.S. troops to Ukraine. So it's from BuzzFeed News. Our forces, I think he said this earlier in that clip I'll play. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. Our forces are not and will not be engaged in a conflict with Russia in Ukraine. So United States is not going to be fighting against Russia. They're not going to be fighting in Ukraine. We're basically not going to help them out at all.
I really hope not, man.
Biden said at a White House press conference, our forces are not going to Europe to fight in Ukraine, but to defend our NATO allies and reassure those allies in the East. The president authorized moving U.S. troops already stationed in other parts of Europe into NATO-aligned countries along the Russian border, including Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania. In a conference on Tuesday, Pentagon press secretary John Kirby added that the moves are temporary in nature. So you think it's not a good idea to go help fight Russia?
Well, you know the irony of this. So we're basically sending our troops over there, right, to the Ukrainian border, whatever, right? But yet we can't send our troops to our own southern border, where they are actually needed, and we have a fucking problem over there. And I'm not talking about immigrants. I'm talking about cartels, smuggling people in, smuggling underage girls, to be trafficked into sex slavery. So, but yet we're sending our troops over there, and we don't even send our troops down to our own border, where we actually have a legitimate problem. Don't even mention the drugs and the fentanyl coming in our southern border. So what do you guys have to say about that? What do you think about that?
Yeah, Steven?
Well, that he's saying that they're not going to fight over there. That's what he's saying right now. Hopefully he doesn't change his mind later, but that he usually does change his mind about most of these things that he's either telling you about or that he's lying about. So hopefully that doesn't happen.
So I'm once again I'm conflicted. I am of Hispanic descent, I have Mexican blood in me.
Yeah.
But I don't want people to come in this country illegally. I don't want obviously murderers and rapists and stuff like entering our country, whether they're of my blood, whether they're my own family. I don't want people like that into this country, taking our jobs, not paying taxes, shit like that. So, on the other hand, I do have friends, and I don't want to say family because all of my family is legal, but I do have friends that have illegal parents. Yeah, but they work, man.
No, they came here. Work. They came here to strive.
They came here, and you know what, dude? It's like I'm against them coming into this country illegally, but Mexico is a shit show right now, dude. I mean, I don't blame them. I don't know. It's run. Secret. It's run by the cartel.
Everyone knows that. I mean, it's no secret.
I don't blame these people for coming and bringing and come in this country and bringing their families and the coyotes and stuff like that, bringing people over here. I mean, I don't blame them. But looking from I'm American. Looking from an American standpoint, I don't want people. Might as well just open the fucking borders for everybody.
Well, technically, that's
anybody can come in here, and anybody can just steal our fucking land and steal our country. And
that's exactly what Biden's doing. I mean, he's been facing scrutiny because he hasn't not once visited the southern border and talked to our border patrol agents. How many times was Trump down there?
A lot, yeah.
So,
and I was with Trump about building the wall.
Everyone is. I mean, and it's all politics, man. We all know because the wall sends a message that we don't want you here. Well, that's not the case. Well, how come we don't build it in Canada? Well, it's because they're not fucking coming over here.
Right? People don't want to come from Canada. They want to go to Canada.
Yeah, exactly. So the whole argument where we don't need. It's funny because they say, we all agree we do need border security, but we don't need a wall. So what the fuck is isn't that wall part of it?
Exactly.
So the White House has the White House. So Joe Biden should take down the fences around the White House.
Leave your doors open.
Leave them open.
Leave your no. Leave People who want to not build a wall,
Leave the doors open.
Leave your front door open.
Leave the windows open.
Leave the windows open.
So my thing is when
Have a sign in front of your house says nothing in here is locked.
So I have this debate with a lot of people that I know, even within my family, right? Obviously, I mean, I have Mexican heritage, right? So,
Right.
This is where I challenge my own people. What I mean, my own people is, my friends and family, right? Of similar
Say something in
descent.
Spanish so we know you're
Yeah.
Mexican.
Hijo put, no, that's fucking.
No, I'm just playing. Go ahead.
But
Go ahead with what you're gonna say.
no, it's just like I challenge them like this, and this is what I talk about. Okay, so the first thing I ask them: do you lock your doors at night? Yes. Why? Leave them open.
You don't.
No,
want
that's
invaders.
not the same thing. Okay.
It's
so
the same thing.
So you want to these people they're I'm assuming most of them are good. Okay, you let the next family of 4 kids, husband and wife, let them in your house. Let them in your house. If the government were to make a law, you got to pick a house to sleep in tonight. Would you trust that person that you know nothing of, that look legitimate, sleep in the same house where your kids sleep? Hell no, you won't. And number 2, you have a backyard? Yeah. Well, why do you need a fence?
Why do you need a fence?
Just tear it down. You don't need a fence.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Tear it down. No, it's not the same. Yeah, it's exactly the same thing. It's our fucking backyard. It's our front and backyard. You got to have security. Walls fucking work, man. I mean, the fucking Vatican Church has one. Israel has one. They work.
I don't want to get off subject, but have you heard that every Republican president in history, I think up to Reagan, maybe Bush Sr., but Reagan it's Bush Sr. too. Bush Sr. Every Republican president has been visited by aliens, and the aliens. So the U.S. government knows that there's aliens, and they're in contact with them, but the aliens are saying that they don't want to interfere because people are not ready to. They cannot comprehend the fact that aliens are existing, and they're overwatching us. Basically, aliens are not letting us destroy ourselves here. That's what they're overseeing. They're making sure that Earth is not going to blow itself up with nuclear warfare and such. So every Republican president, I'm almost positive. I could be making this up. I wish I could pull it. I wish I had something to pull it up, a source to pull it up. But they have gone on record to saying that they have been visited by aliens, and that they're basically watching us and making sure we don't kill ourselves. But why is it only Republican presidents? That's another thing that
I haven't heard about that one.
You haven't heard about
conspiracy theory?
It may be a conspiracy theory, but
of course it is. I mean, that sounds a little like sounds like a movie to me.
I mean, why do you think Trump made Space Force
To go to Mars?
But also to protect us from alien invasion too? There is a Space Force now. We have a Naval, Air Force, Marines, Army, and the Space Force. They're protecting us from aliens, dude.
Heard of that one, Steven?
Yeah.
Have y'all seen
heard
that?
Space Force?
Have y'all seen the show Ancient Aliens?
Yeah, it got a little out of hand towards the last seasons. At first,
They're still making episodes.
I know they do.
They're like on season 21, 22, I think. Something like that.
I think a lot of it is just debatable. I think the first couple of seasons it started off genuine. Okay, this happened, made you question, but I think it got too sci-fi-ish.
There was an episode, I believe, on Reagan where he was saying that
Ronald Reagan?
Yes, that he was saying that he was visited by aliens or he was in contact. I think there was an episode. I could be making this shit up, but I'm pretty sure that there was. And that they're just making sure they're like basically the US or the government in the world governments are just not ready to release that information because they don't know how we'll handle it. They don't think that we're ready to process that information. Mm-hmm. And I don't think we are either. I don't blame them for hiding it.
If you look at the for example, let's go back 300 years after Christ died, right? Or after he left, or after he went to heaven, I mean, we all know the story. He went to heaven and he left the earth. So the Vatican Church, they, as you may know, they put I think Emperor Constantine of the Roman Empire, he basically made into law, people go to church on Sunday. That's what's the tradition now. A congregation doesn't technically mean a place with four walls and a roof. It's basically a congregation, a group of people. That's what makes a church, a group of people, right?
Right.
To learn.
Okay.
But anyways, 300 years after Christ left or died and whatever, the Vatican Church, they put together, they got all the leaders from the Vatican, and they put together the Old Testament and the New Testament, right? But they left out a lot of accounts of Jesus Christ. So we all know there was 12 disciples, but there's only 4 counts in the New Testament. Only 4 counts. One of those counts was from, well, I want to say this is in the Old Testament, the book of Enoch. I don't know if you guys heard of Enoch, but
Right, yes.
Enoch allegedly, actually, God took him out of this world, literally showed him a little bit what's out there, how big God really is, or just a taste of how big he is. And the Vatican Church left that outside the Bible, for a reason. And I guess they deemed that humanity just wasn't ready for this. So yeah, I do believe that to a certain extent, because there's people that believe that Enoch actually, in his notes or his testimony, he actually seen other creation, allegedly maybe other extraterrestrials other than the human race. Allegedly another God, another creation from God that we just don't know of. So I may sound crazy, but this is
No, you don't sound crazy at all.
Enoch actually existed.
There's in the hieroglyphics in Egypt, they have UFOs on the walls. In ancient paintings,
Yeah.
they have UFOs. And I forgot the painting. I can't think of the painting right now. It was a painting of a woman. It was a portrait. In the background, there's a man standing off in the distance, pointing up at the sky. And in the sky, you see a UFO. And back in the...
there was paintings that the stars were actually...
And this was... I'm talking about the 1300s, the 1300s.
Is that the painting where... I think I saw... I want to say it was in Mexico. There's a painting where, the indigenous people, the natives, were, worshiping the stars, but one of the stars just happened to land.
But that's a different one that I'm talking about.
Yeah, because it's actually a star, but it was also shaped like a UFO. Mm-hmm. But it's actually a star in the painting. It actually came down and actually landed, and they were worshiping that star.
Right.
So I don't know. There's a lot of things out there that we just don't. A lot of mysteries together we still don't know. Who knows? But do I believe in the existence of extraterrestrial? The possibility? Of course I do.
I do. I absolutely do.
What about you, Steven? Do you?
Yeah, I think it's possible. I'm not really sure if I believe it, but I can't say that it's not.
Yeah, I believe in the possibility. Mm-hmm. Me personally, the universe is just too big, man. It's scary.
What is the best? What's the best alien movie out there? Or
Alien?
the best alien or space movie? Alien was a good movie.
Man, honestly, Interstellar.
Interstellar was a fucking good movie.
And also, have you seen the Stanley Kubrick's
Stanley Kubrick's
2001: A Space-Time Odyssey?
Were there?
You seen that one?
No.
Were there
Good
aliens
movie.
in Interstellar though? I don't think there were.
No, but it dealt the possibility of.
There definitely is. Well, if you start looking into like aliens and stuff like that, dude, you have to look into the pyramids and shit. Like we talked about this on the last podcast with Freddie and everything like that, dude. It's actually impossible for them to move to know actually how to construct the
mathematics.
The math, and nothing checks out, dude. Nothing checks out for them to have the Mayan calendar. And I know we're bouncing.
And then the Spanish, whenever also they say that when the Spanish conquistadores, whenever they came to to the Americas, they actually burned down a lot of their writings because they deemed them blasphemous. They brought the religions over here. They brought the Christianity and Catholicism over here. Over here to the Americas. So whenever they came across this knowledge, they burned down a lot of it because they deemed it blasphemous. It's anti-God, whatever. But really, who who knows what they burned down? You know, it's just more to our. It just adds more to our mystery, our history. You know, of mankind.
I know a good movie that I don't think it's been. It may have been critically received well. I'm not sure if it has. Have you seen The Martian with Matt Damon?
Good movie.
It's a
That was
good movie.
that was Ridley
that is,
Scott.
That is a good movie. Dude.
That's Ridley Scott from the Gladiator director.
Okay, that was the director of The Martian. That was a good fucking movie.
Ridley
dude.
Scott also
wasn't no aliens in there though. I don't think there was. There was.
You know,
Is
Ridley
that
Scott made
like
Alien. You know, he also made Alien.
Is that movie
Sigourney
like
Weaver?
connected to Interstellar though?
Huh?
Is that movie connected? to
No.
Interstellar?
No. Interstellar's Christopher Nolan.
No,
Well,
it's
it's just the same guy from.
Yeah, but The Martian was a very
Interstellar?
good movie.
Well, yeah,
that's with
Matt Damon. Right?
No. Matthew
Matt Damon does
McConaughey.
come out.
That's
No,
Matthew
no,
McConaughey.
Matt Damon was in.
Matt
the
Damon
movie.
was
He
in
comes
it.
in.
He's the guy that was
Interstellar.
stranded in that planet towards the end. He was there for like a year or two.
Oh, it has no correlation with the Martian.
No, but The Martian
So
was
they just made another
good fucking movie.
space movie with the same actor.
Yeah, I think Matt Damon is
That was stranded on a fucking planet.
Matt Damon is a underrated actor, man. To be honest, he makes good movies.
Yeah, I have that movie, but I haven't seen it yet.
Which
I need
one?
to watch it.
Which
The
one?
Martian.
Oh, it's a good movie, man. Watch it.
It's a good movie, dude.
He actually,
It is.
The director actually
It
worked
is.
with NASA to see the possibility of life on Mars. So this is kind of like, you know, what would kind of happen. But it's a good movie. It really is.
You ready to move on, or you always doing a fucking? Because this shit, man, I could talk
can
about.
move on.
We could talk about this shit all goddamn night. This fucking Russian.
You want to touch a video game, or you just want to?
I don't got anything on video game. This was it. This was debunked. Queen Elizabeth died. I got a couple of different quick topics we can talk about. We don't got to.
I saw something else up there. Something about some weightlifting accident. Did you see that?
Oh man.
Yeah, I saw that.
So horrifying moment. Woman is killed on the spot by 400-pound barbell.
What the fuck?
Let me make this bigger.
Where did,
Oh fuck.
how did she? Like, is it on
I mean,
video? Or?
Yeah, well, it's not on video, but it's on video. You don't see her actually getting crushed, but you see moments after what happens.
Where,
Don't
where
have
is
the
the woman
audio.
at? Is it the one in
So
yellow?
look, so you're gonna see this right here. Watch this woman right here. We'll just
Oh
watch her
man.
right in front of her 9-year-old daughter. You don't hear nothing. I'm gonna just mute it.
What was she doing?
Just look at it, dude. This guy
Oh
picks it
my
up.
God,
Look at this. Why would you even attempt that, dude?
That's 400 pounds. I can't even do that.
Look, her daughter's right there crushed, and then he can't get off there by himself. They rush to her to help pick it up, and look at her. She just goes fucking limp. She died, by the way. This is in Mexico. Let me read the.
Did she?
This is from Shawty TV. Shout out to Shawty TV, man. They always post some crazy shit. Mexico. A woman was crushed to death after she tried squatting 400 pounds inside a gym in Mexico.
Golly.
The woman reportedly tried to lift nearly 400-pound barbell in front of her daughter at Gym Fitness Sport Gymnasium in Paravio on Monday. Video of the incident shows the woman attempt to squat the barbell on a Smith machine inside the gym in Mexico, but the barbell appeared to be too heavy and falls on her, crushing her neck against the bench below and killing her on the spot. Nearby gym goers eventually come to the woman's aid and lift the barbell with the woman when slumping lifeless on the floor, the footage shows. Investigation is ongoing.
That's like 5-10 plates, man.
Yeah, dude. It's very sad that
That's
this
that's
happened.
crazy, man.
Obviously, I don't want anybody to die trying to lift weights or trying to impress. But at the same time, dude, she deserves a donkey of the day because
And then that guy let her do it.
what is
too.
this?
Yeah,
Sad.
yeah, man. I mean,
Oh.
well, that's a good choice, man.
No, dude, but that's not, I mean, in front of her daughter, crushed, neck crushed. 400 pounds, dude. Squatting. I can't squat 400 pounds. Can you squat 400 pounds, Steven? No. That's a lot of weight. And don't try to do that if you know you're incapable of doing that. Why would you even attempt that? Don't even attempt, especially without a spot on each side of you. And I blame this guy too. This guy that was helping her lift it off.
Well, for one thing, like he shouldn't have let her do that anyways. But if he was going to, he should have been behind her.
Should have been behind her. Yeah, exactly. Or you have one person on each side of the weights. One person on the left side, one person on the right side.
That's crazy.
Yeah, rest in peace to her, man. I mean, at the same time, though, man, come on. Former adult star Jimmy Jameson reportedly confined to a wheelchair. I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh. But
What the fuck did she do?
yeah, I remember Jenna Jameson.
Yeah, the hot ass porn star in the 90s, I think. Right?
She
That'll be an interesting video.
late 90s, early 2000s.
What the fuck did she do to her face? She had a pretty
Oh, she had
face.
everything.
But why?
What did she do to her face?
Do that?
Everything.
Why?
Facelift, lip injections. I mean, you name it, dude. She looks deformed.
Is it me or these lip injections? They just don't work out if you already have good lips, you know?
She, back in the day, 15, 20 years ago. I mean, let me see. What year are we in? 15 years ago.
Shit, 15, 20 years ago,
She
bro.
was
She was hot. Natural.
natural. Well, she had tits. She had fake
Well, on
tits.
the face. I
Yeah,
think it was
face,
all natural.
And I think she was one of the hottest porn stars of all time at the in her
Yeah,
prime.
that was my teen crush.
Yeah, one of them.
In our teens, you know?
And
Steven, you're smart to stay quiet.
and dude, now she's confined to it. Obviously, she's on all the drugs.
I didn't know that. I haven't heard from her this is the first time I heard from her in 20 years.
She could barely talk. I seen an interview with her
What?
a couple of years ago. They were showing her on Howard Stern, and she could barely talk, dude.
She was in drugs or something
Of course.
on the Howard Stern show.
See, the thing is, a lot of porn stars, once they cannot perform
On camera?
on camera,
Because they're too old?
they're too old.
I mean,
You
how
know,
old is she?
it's a finite time. It's a short amount of time that you're able to be sexually appealing, especially to men. Mostly men watch.
They fucking change tastes
Porn
like that. You know,
stuff
another
like
girl
that.
comes by,
You have about from
look at her
you're
now.
20 years old to about 30, 32, maybe, if you take care of
I
yourself.
don't know. Lisa Ann was,
I don't know.
Hottest
yeah,
MILF.
but she's a cougar. She's a MILF.
yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot of porn stars are molested as kids, and a lot of porn stars are, they get depressed and they start.
A couple of porn stars committed suicide in the last several
committed-
years.
Yeah, they
you know,
commit
so
suicide and shit like that. And I mean, I feel
It's
bad
a
for them
tough
because
industry, man.
yeah, man, like a lot of them are fucked by their uncles or their dads or all
fucking
kinds of
brothers
shit
or,
or
you
brothers,
know.
whatever, man. But at the end of the day, everybody has a choice, man. What do you want to do with your life? You want to be
Yeah.
a porn star? You want to be a fucking whore? Everybody has a choice. This is especially Jenna Jameson. She
was a
had
figure. She was a
she
model
had
figure.
she had money. She was married to Tito Ortiz.
Who?
Tito Ortiz.
Really?
The UFC light
Yeah.
heavyweight champion back in the day. She was married to him. And it's unfortunate that she's confined to a wheelchair. I think that she definitely has a limited amount of time left.
What made her get confined to a wheelchair? Was it like
It
drugs?
had to be drugs. I mean, this is all stipulation right now. I don't know. I haven't read the article.
That-
But definitely, if I had to take a guess, it would be drugs. Let's see if I can find the article. According to reports, former porn star Jenna Jameson's health has taken a turn for the worse. She is confined to a wheelchair after beginning treatment for Guillain-Barré syndrome, which doctors later learned that she did not have. So she was treated for a symptom that she did not have. I still have more testing to do, but it seems that there's something off with my femoral nerve, and it's affecting femoral nerve. Excuse me. And it's affecting my strength in my legs, said Jameson on our IG story. So I'm still in a wheelchair, unfortunately, but I hope to be out of the wheelchair soon and walking. So say a little prayer. It's still unclear what Jamieson is suffering from, but doctors continue to monitor her condition. She also added that people shouldn't be alarmed by her weight loss, particularly the lack of mass in her legs. My legs are incredibly skinny, but don't get too alarmed because my legs have always been ultra skinny, so don't judge me. We will be back to the best soon. I wish her a speedy recovery. This is from Vlad TV, by the way. I need to cite my sources. But yeah, man, that's fucked up, dude. I mean, you gotta take care of yourself. Number one. Okay, well, let's read this part. Trump praises Russia decision to invade Ukraine, calls it genius. I haven't read this one.
That's what I brought up earlier. You got scrutiny for that, of course.
During an interview with conservative podcasters Clay and Travis, Buck Sexton, the 45th president of the United States, said, "I went in yesterday and there was a television screen and I said, this is genius. Putin declares a big portion of Ukraine, of Ukraine. Putin declares it as independent. Oh, that's wonderful," I said. "How smart is that? And he's going to go and be a peacekeeper. That's the strongest peace force. We could use that on our southern border. That's the strongest peace force I've ever seen. There were more army tanks that I've ever seen. They're going to keep peace all right."
Our boy Trump. Texas governor calls on residents to report parents of trans youth for child abuse. I'm still voting for Abbott, by the way. Fuck Beto.
Calls on residents to report parents of trans youth for child. Yeah, that is child abuse. Texas law imposes reporting requirements upon all licensed professionals who have direct contact with children who may be subject to such abuse, including doctors, nurses, teachers, and provides criminal penalties for failure to report such child abuse. Read the letter. There are similar reporting requirements and criminal penalties for members of the general public. Texas law also imposes a deputy on DFPS to investigate the parents of a child who is subjected to these abusive gender transitioning procedures, and other state agencies to investigate licensed facilities where such procedures may occur. Man,
Totally agree with that.
dude, if your child is below the age of 18, you have
Every right to.
but you have no right to give them hormones.
Oh, no. Fucks them up.
It fucks them up. They don't know what the fuck the decision they're making before they're 18. Once they're 18, let them do whatever they want. They're considered an adult. But you cannot give them hormone treatment when they're 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, even in their early teens.
Yeah, you don't want to do something to them they can't undo.
They're exactly. Say that again. You don't want to do something to them that they cannot
undo.
They're gonna that they might fucking regret it for the rest of their life. I mean, they're gonna blame their parents.
Yeah, I mean after 18, that's on them. But
It's on them. Yeah.
before then, I mean, if you allow them to do it, it's on you.
Even after you're 18, I mean, a loving parent will still tell you, "Hey, son, daughter, this is wrong. This is bad." Not only is it morally bad, in my opinion, but this is gonna fuck up your body. Your body is still developing. You're still growing. Your brain is still developing. You know, you're damaging your body.
In 200 years, when they pull up their skeletons, what are they gonna find? The skeleton of a male, not a female.
Male. You know, I mean,
Ben Shapiro even.
I saw somebody post that recently. I don't
Yeah.
remember who.
no, like Ben Shapiro said it clearly. You know, hey, let's just say someone reports they found some remains. They're gonna identify as a male or female. They're not gonna say, "Oh, it's a transgender or it's a male that No, it's a male or female.
That's
you know,
right.
it's forensics. It's science.
It's science.
You can't argue against the science. You know.
I don't understand, man. They're all for science except when it comes to sex. When it comes to sex, they're fluid. Anybody can be anything they want to be.
Let's go, Brandon.
Lizzo says Eddie Murphy's fat suit in The Nutty Professor made her feel sad. So you know what? Nobody watched The Nutty Professor. It's canceled. Eddie Murphy, you are fat shaming.
He got canceled?
Your body. Yeah, I'm declaring it right now. I'm canceling Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy's the shit.
He's canceled. No, he's not the shit. He's canceled because he wore a fat suit.
So being African American is not enough.
No,
Wow.
because he's fat shit because he wore a fat suit.
Well, if he was a
And
female,
it made
I think it would have been.
it made
a little bit
Lizzo
better.
fuck the Russia and Ukraine. This is more important.
Yeah.
We need
It
to
always
focus
is.
on Lizzo's feelings. If she feels sad, we all need to concentrate on Lizzo. Because she is fat. I'm sorry. She is overweight and she's black and she's a female. So we need to focus on her feelings.
Just call her this. She's fucking fat. Shit.
No, you're being insensitive to her weight.
I don't mean PHAT fat. I mean FAT. Capital letters.
No. Nobody can wear a fat suit no more. Nobody can dress in drag anymore.
Big Mama's house?
Nope.
No more.
Canceled. It's gonna get pulled off of Vudu, pulled off of all the streaming services. Pull it off right now. I'm saying I'm offended by those movies.
Okay, so let's change subject here for a bit. So, Steven, I noticed your shirt. What does that mean?
The Let's Go Brandon or the FJB?
Both.
Let's Go Brandon is there's this guy named Brandon. He's a NASCAR driver and he's awesome. Everybody loves him. So
Nice.
everybody just says Let's Go Brandon. Actually, it stands for F Joe Biden.
Fuck Joe Biden.
Fuck Joe Biden.
So there is a NASCAR driver named Brandon, and I believe he won a race. He was being interviewed afterward, and everybody was saying "fuck Joe Biden, fuck Joe Biden."
The crowd was chanting.
Yeah. So the news reporter said, "Oh, look, Brandon! They're cheering for you. They're
Let's
saying,
go,
Let's
Brandon."
go, Brandon."
When they were actually saying "fuck Joe Biden."
If I saw the clip, Brandon was like, I don't think that's. He tried to play it out. I don't think that's what they're saying.
Yay me!
Guys, I'm sorry. If you voted for Biden, nothing against you, but I'm sure you're experiencing voters' remorse. So, but don't worry. 2 years from now, you have your chance to redeem yourself. Actually, this year, vote for Greg Abbott. Don't vote for Beto, please.
No, dude. Kamala Harris. She's gonna be our savior,
Our Lord and Savior.
our Lord and Savior. She's gonna save us from Russia.
Like she says, I am the VP. If
She's gonna
because-
Yas Queen her way into office whenever Joe Biden kicks the bucket in a couple of months, because he only has a couple of months before he fucking loses it. I'm surprised it lasted this long, to be honest.
What's she gonna do whenever they tell her? She's gonna do that crazy laugh, right?
oh yeah, had you visited the border? Oh yeah,
They're gonna be
You
like,
know.
Joe died. You're president now. She'd be like, ah ha ha ha.
Who's gonna be her vice president? You think Nancy Pelosi?
I think that's how it goes.
Yeah, I think it'll be Nancy Pelosi or Pete Buttigieg. What is it? Pete Buttigieg.
Buttigieg.
I think it's
Which-
gonna be Nancy.
Have anyone hasn't heard of him? He's our what the fuck is what is he? What is he? Isn't he supports our? Isn't he in charge of our e-commerce or something like that?
I don't remember. I know that he was mayor, and then
Well, he
Biden
was
just picked
mayor,
him for
which
something.
which has a shitty mayor, by the way. The only reason he's in office because he's of his sexual orientation. That's the only reason. He just happens to be a gay man, right? Which is fine, But you put him on the job just because of that. The guy
Oh, yeah.
fucking sucks. He hasn't done a
Doesn't matter, dude.
guy hasn't done a goddamn thing.
We should vote for him. He's gay. We should vote for him.
Yeah, I'm just gonna vote if the next Mexican American runs for president. I'm just gonna vote for him just because he's Mexican American. I'm gonna do that. And if he's gay, even better.
Even better.
And if he identifies as a
Trans.
cheetah,
Yeah.
even better. Even better. I'm gonna. And Twitter tells me to. That's why. So it's the world we live in, guys. I mean,
Yeah.
hey, I'm very opinionated, because you guys,
Yeah.
if your viewers haven't noticed that by now, but hey, last I checked, this is America and we have freedom of speech, right? So, I'm not a hateful person, but I do not tolerate idiocy, if that's even a fucking word. And if it ain't,
Idiocracy.
idiocracy. Well, my new word is idiocy. And I'm gonna make Twitter make it an official word on
They're
Twitter.
gonna adopt
make it
Yeah.
idiocy.
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 Idiocy. No, like Junior. Idiocy.
with a capital E.
With the capital E. Idiocy.
Yeah.
These guys are capital idiots. Oh, okay.
Fucking libtards, I swear.
We have by BuzzFeed. This woman went viral for explaining why kissing and cuddling can often feel like signing a contract for sex. And I 1,000% agree. A lot of women aren't having sex with their male partners because the only time they're giving us physical intimacy is with an end goal in mind. Responding in the beginning feels like signaling a contract for the end. This is BuzzFeed. When it comes to sex intimacy, there's unfortunately a boatload of miscommunication that can happen, especially when the parties involved have different needs and expectations for what goes down in and out of the bedroom. TikTok user and sexual wellness advocate at Crocodile Cam basically hit this right on the head with her viral video sharing why she believes many women in committed relationships don't enjoy having sex with their male partners. To dig even deeper to this issue, BuzzFeed talked to her and sex therapist Dr. Kate Balenstieri. So what do you guys think? You think that kissing and cuddling feels like signing a contract?
Okay, so what the fuck is this? I mean, why make it complicated? Sex is sex. I mean,
Right.
it's two consenting adults. Why make this shit complicated? You know? I mean, we're not like, was it Drake where he makes women sign contract that way he don't
Yeah,
get
there was
accused
a
of,
there was
you know, of
a
rape or
sexual
sexual harassment?
yeah, a non-disclosure agreement, NDA. So
I think what the point of this is that they can't just kiss and cuddle and then it ends there. It's going to progress further than that.
Isn't that part of sex? I mean,
Yeah, it
isn't
is.
that-
It's part of
just,
foreplay.
You know, it's like the introductory to, you know, getting into intimacy, you know?
Yeah. I
Isn't
feel
that
like
supposed to be healthy? I mean,
yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like I'm understanding that.
So they just want us to just stick it in raw dog, just no, you know.
I mean, this ain't a porno. I mean, we're not everybody's a fucking porn star, man. They take all these fucking, God knows what they take to get their fucking shit hard, you know, for 2 fucking straight hours. I mean, or 3. But I mean, that's not fucking normal, man. I mean, I don't see what's normal about that every day or every time you get laid, you know. I mean, how do y'all
I
look at
thought
that
women
shit?
like to be kissed and cuddled before
Yeah,
sex.
I mean, they like to be. It's intimacy. you know?
Women, and this is what a lot of the misconception about sex is. Women enjoy sex just as much as men.
Yeah.
And if you're a real man, you make your woman. If you're a gentleman,
You
you make your woman come before you come. That's a gentlemanly
you make
thing.
them squirt, man. Like a motherfucker,
Not
man.
squirt. Squirt is half pee. I don't know if you knew that.
Yes, dude. But
See, I'm a gentleman, but
sure you are gay. Compared to your brother, yeah, you are.
oh shit.
I think your brother has a good record of really keeping girls fucking angry at him.
I think
Keeps coming back though. I'll give it to you, Javier. So sorry to put you on the spot.
without putting my business out there, you know, I think a good a good healthy sexual relationship with your woman is 3-4 times a week. You know, you go down on her or whatever.
It's part of your relationship. Man.
mean,
it's part about keeping your woman
You have
happy.
to, exactly. You have to make her, because if you don't,
Make her feel
somebody
wanted.
else will. Somebody
Well, I
else will swoop in.
Well, I hope Jessica ain't gonna watch this. You
She
know,
will.
and she's gonna
but see, look,
hear
but
it
see, look, the
tonight,
thing is,
you know.
if you don't satisfy your woman,
You take care of your girl, somebody else will.
exactly.
That's just how it is, people.
That's the way it is, dude. If you don't
If you're
make
not-
your woman feel beautiful and attractive, and you're not telling her you're beautiful and telling her, making her feel loved, but not just about sex. It's not just about sex. It's about communication. That's the number one key to any relationship, I think, is communication. Whenever you don't communicate properly, things can get out of whack. Things can get your plan can start to derail. So you have to listen to her, what she experiences at work. You have to listen to her experiences that she has on a day-to-day basis. You got to hear her. You got to talk to her. You can't just be about sex. I mean, I agree. You can't just be about sex. The only time you talk about your girl, the only time you kiss your girl is during sex. I don't think that's right either. But I also don't think that all men want is just sex from a woman, just to be satisfied. I mean, I kiss my girl all the time, and I don't want sex all the time. Sometimes I'm fucking tired. Sometimes I don't want to do it. Sometimes I'm lazy or whatever like that, and that's okay. Sometimes women just like to be cuddled and watch a movie, watch bullshit around. You start to talking and watch a movie, watch a show, and then tell her you love you. I tell her I love you and good night. That's it.
Yeah, I kind of think that's what that's about. It's like maybe the woman is wanting to be able to kiss and cuddle without having to have sex after that.
Dude, you call me a pussy, whatever. I like to cuddle and kiss and just hang out and watch a movie. I like that. Nothing wrong with that. I don't think that.
Part of the relationship. I mean,
it's part of the,
I mean, if you're in a committed relationship, especially if you're married, yeah, I mean, that's of course,
Dude.
I mean, but if you just having a fling, I mean,
if you're having a fling,
that shouldn't be, no. I mean,
Yeah.
because some girls get attached and some dudes get attached, and there's no communication. Hey, that's not what I want.
exactly.
So that kind of fucks things up, So, I mean, I'm not proud to say this, but at the same time, like, I pissed off a lot of women in my life, because they want that cutty, they want that lovey-dovey bullshit. And I'm like, I just want to fuck, man. I don't want no relationship. I want nothing serious, So, but unless you're in a committed relationship, you have to do those things, man. But it should be natural. It should come natural. And I don't think your significant other should force that either, because that's also a bad sign, Hey, I'm telling you, this is what I want. If it comes naturally, I think that leads to a successful, relationship, with your partner.
Let me give this a little advice. It's not really advice. It's kind of like
This experience.
and advice from learning and growing and watching shit and listen to people's, relationship issues. Because I got coworkers and I got friends and they talk about shit. Whenever you start dating a girl and y'all bang or whatever like that, and you don't want to kick her out the minute you bust a load, you bust a nut. You don't want to kick her out. Well, that's a good sign. You don't want to kick her out of your bed. That's a good sign. Because a lot of guys, whenever they bang a girl, they just want to, okay, I got my nut out, get the fuck out. I'm gonna call you an Uber, get out. I don't even want to hang out with you. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to, bullshit around with you or anything like that. All I wanted was sex. And that's normal too. But whenever you're in a committed relationship, or whenever you're starting a committed relationship, whenever y'all initially have sex or make love or whatever you want to call it, from that moment, I don't want to get rid of this girl. I want to keep her in the bed. I want to watch a movie. I want to cuddle. I want to do whatever it is. Because, and women are the same fucking way, dude. They're the same way. Whenever they bang a guy, they know whether or not they want to come back and bang him again, or they know where they want to hang around and talk and shit like that. And a lot of guys are scared to admit it, dude. Like, just say
It's
it.
their pride.
Just say it. Hey, like, that feeling. I'm not saying you guys, but I'm pretty sure. You know that feeling whenever you fucking watching porn, as soon as you bust a load, you don't want to watch that shit anymore. You want to fucking exit off the screen.
Chill.
You want to get that off your screen. You're like, oh, I'm
play,
disgusted.
Play a video game or just watch a fucking movie.
Yeah, dude.
So.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to, because you don't care about them porn star bitches. You don't care
they're
about
just
that.
there for satisfaction.
They're just there for
temporary
as soon as you
satisfaction.
fucking shoot a load out, dude, you want to get that shit off your screen.
Yeah, so
It's
Freddie,
the same thing with guys that whenever they bang girls, they want to get them out of the bed because they're not attached to
they're
them,
emotionally
dude.
attached.
Yeah, dude.
But
And
you know how many girls you piss off along the way? Because they want to stay.
Hey.
Girls have a tendency of, after you screw them, they just want to fucking chill in your fucking bed.
The thing
they
is,
wanna
dude,
tell you about all their problems. And sometimes as a guy, and they call us assholes for that. But I'm like, look.
Whenever you go buy a car, what do? You test drive it, right?
Test drive all those motherfuckers,
don't,
man. and
Don't
see
you
which
test
one-
drive a car? But you're not gonna
You
just
have
go
to.
and look at a car. Oh, that car looks nice. I'm gonna buy it. Here's my money. Sign the contract. You test drive that motherfucker. That's the same thing. And people are saying, "Oh, I'm against premarital sex, or it's against the Bible. It's against the Ten Commandments."
That only goes so
I'm
far,
against
guys.
that, dude, because I'm not gonna marry a girl or have a baby with a girl you can't have a baby without having sex, but I'm not gonna marry a girl or be in a committed relationship without taking her for a test drive. And you know what I mean? Test drive.
Well, first of all, I'm not gonna take someone serious that I could get it within the first fucking night. Fuck the bullshit.
I was gonna
you
say
know?
it goes both ways.
Yeah,
You don't want to
yeah,
fucking
exactly.
stay committed with a girl that you bang on the first night either,
Fuck
dude.
no, man. That's
You want to work for it a little bit.
Yeah, and
In your mind, you're like, I really want to bang her. It's the first night with us together. You're like, I want to fuck her. But looking back in hindsight, you're like, man, I'm glad she didn't let me fuck. Because how many guys did she fuck on the first night?
yeah. And shame on you if you use protection. Goddamn, you know what the fuck you catch. You know, I mean, it's a reality. I'm sorry, but
It
it's
is.
just a fucking truth.
It's
Man. I mean,
yeah.
Steve, what do you have? If you
What you
could,
gotta
if,
say,
if you
Steve?
could have an opinion,
Yeah,
if you
sure you
can
can have an
opine on
opinion.
this, I mean, what do you got to say?
You've dated. You've dated.
You got a pat. We all got a past.
We've all dated.
We all fucked around. We all,
Yeah.
you know.
You're
like,
staying
no
out of-
comment.
You're staying out of
Smart
this.
guy. Smart guy.
Yeah, but that's what I gotta say about that. I mean, like I said, it's not signing a contract. Now, my girl knows once I start getting touchy and feely and kissing on her neck, and I mean, obviously that means
You sure she's not gonna get on you for?
I'll ask her, but I don't know. We've been together for fucking 10 years, dude.
Yeah.
We've been together for 10 years, so it's not nothing new. What else we got? Student has legs and fingers amputated after eating leftover Chinese takeout. This is from Rap on Instagram.
Holy shit.
A student had his legs and fingers amputated after eating leftover Chinese takeout, according to New York Post. Dr. Bernard HSU, a licensed toxicologist, described how the young man became severely ill after eating tainted leftovers, including lo mein, chicken, and rice. This was a freak accident happening in a perfect storm sequence of events, HSU, who did not treat the man, said in a YouTube video on February the 16th. The teen's case first reported on March 2021 in the New England Journal of Medicine, which detailed how he was admitted to Massachusetts General Hospital after he was suffering from shock of multiple organ failure, skin mottling, mottling, and rapidly progressive reticular rash. Reticular rash. What is that, from his asshole? Reticular rash?
I don't know.
I don't even want to look that
Never
up.
fucking heard of that.
Never eating leftovers.
What else would it
After
be?
eating leftovers. Now, I'm not sure what this means, because leftovers could be like leftovers that the Chinese restaurant threw out, or legs and fingers amputated. So legs, plural, both legs, and fingers. I don't know how many fingers after eating Chinese takeout. Now, we all know Chinese takeout is not the best choice in the world to eat. Nutritional wise, we don't know what the fuck it is. We could be eating somebody's fucking stray cat,
Or a fucking
or a
dog.
dog.
Fucking
or a rat. I mean, I'm not saying
fucking
this.
weasel for all we know, you know.
I'm not saying that it is, but we don't. I mean, it has been the rumor for, I'm pretty sure, decades, that Chinese restaurants get their meat from cats and dogs and shit like that, and they get it imported or whatever. They get them off the streets. And do I like Chinese food? Shit, yeah.
Everybody does.
I love Chinese food. It tastes amazing. I got all my fingers and all my legs. I've eaten leftover Chinese food that I've bought that night, warmed up the next day, and ate it. I'm fine.
Could have been the microwave that caused that too, you know.
But why do you think that is, though, that we can eat cows and chickens and pigs and fish?
Well, cow and chicken,
but
fish,
why
but
can't,
not pigs.
But why can't we? No, we eat pigs.
Yeah, but pig's not good for you.
Pork, I love pork. I love ribs. I
Yeah,
love pork
but
ribs and pork
Still
chops.
not good for you though, man.
I'm not. Well, I'm not saying it's like. I'm not saying it's like. It's good for you.
But cow's good for you. Chicken's good for you.
No, but I'm
fish is
saying
good
though,
for you.
why do you think it's not cool? But why do you think it's okay for us to eat these animals, pigs, cows, fish, chicken, shit like that? You know, deer, but we can't eat dogs and cats. I'm not saying I want to eat a dog and cat,
Well, they're
but
pets,
people
I mean.
eat squirrels, dude. I heard squirrels good. I know people from Louisiana that eat fucking raccoons.
I mean, I tried alligator in Florida.
Alligator. You have alligator.
Those are reptiles.
You have all kinds of man, dude. Shit, man. You can eat fucking squirrel. You can eat shrimp, crawfish. Crawfish are considered cockroaches of the sea.
Yeah, I don't like crawfish.
I
to be
love
honest,
crawfish.
so.
I fucking love.
I love
crawfish,
oysters
dude.
though. and
Oysters,
shrimp,
shit
I'm not
like
really
that.
into any seafood.
I love seafood, dude. But
but
I'm
love
saying,
seafood too, man.
but my point is, why can't we eat certain animals? Why is it weird to eat this animal and not like? Why can't we eat cats or dogs? I mean, I'm not saying I want to eat a cat or a dog because I think that would be gross. But why do I think that's gross? Why do we think that that's not right to eat a cat or a dog? Because we
think
have
'cause
sympathy
they're-
toward them. They're
Yeah,
they're
I mean,
pets.
they're pets.
But we eat fish. Fish are pets too.
Well, not goldfish. I mean, we eat like catfish. We eat salmon. We eat cod. I mean,
So you can't have a pet catfish?
I don't think so. I haven't seen that before.
I haven't seen it before either. I'm just saying.
they're
People have
not- they're
people
not
have pet
meant to be-
pigs.
They're not
People
meant
have
to be
pet
in
pigs.
captivity, though. I mean,
People have pet pigs though.
Yeah, they do.
You know what I mean? They have one of the WWE superstars, Alexa Bliss. She had a pet pig that just died of. I don't know what the fuck it had. I think it had cancer or diabetes or some shit. She was taking care of this fucking pig, dude. Shit all over the house and everything, dude. She had it for like 10 years. And the fucking pig died. She was devastated. But people eat pigs all the time. I love fucking ribs and pork chops and bacon.
It's
I like
good.
beef
love-
ribs too.
I love bacon. Beef ribs are good too, but I like pork ribs better. Why is it okay for us to eat certain animals? That's what I'm saying. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love eating animals. I don't think that we should only eat veggies and fruits and shit like that, you know.
Oh, you gotta have meat, man. You gotta have protein.
You don't have to. You don't got to.
You do have to.
You don't have to.
have to
don't
if you're
have to.
exercising, you have to.
You don't have to. I disagree. You do not
When
have
you're
to.
exercising, you have to.
No, you don't.
Even if you don't exercise, you might not necessarily need to get your protein from meat, but you do have to have protein.
No, protein. I'm just saying you got protein. I'm not saying you have to have it from meat. You can get protein from other sources. Gorillas are primarily herbivores, and they're fucking way stronger than the three of us combined.
I think
So
I
we're
think
That's just the
chimpanzees.
genetics,
They're-
though, from
they're-
them,
they're-
I mean.
That's
Their
genetics,
bodies
but
are-
also what do they eat?
their bodies are different though. That they can kind of like I guess create their own proteins.
But what I'm saying is, we don't need meat to survive.
Maybe not. It's
We
it is
don't.
hard- it
It's
is
not a
harder-
maybe.
It is harder to
It's-
get your protein without the meat.
It's hard to get your protein, but
is.
there still is a lot of ways to get protein without meat. I'm believe me, I just ate 5 fucking fajitas an hour ago. I eat meat every fucking day.
Yeah,
I eat chicken.
But if
and
you think like throughout our history, you know, of humanity, they've always eaten meat, man. I mean, it's in our genetics now. We have it's like
we're
the body demands
omnivores.
it.
We are omnivores. That's why our teeth are shaped the way they are. We do have the carnivore teeth. I mean the canine teeth. We do have teeth for eating leaves and
it's all
lettuce
from
and-
genetics. It's to me it's a requirement. I mean, you know, like
But wait.
like the vegan people, for example.
Elaborate on that. To you, it's a requirement. Why to you is it required?
I think it keeps you healthy. I mean, it's not that I think; it's that I know it keeps you healthy. It keeps you strong. It gives you the strength that you need. You know, to walk, to talk, to run, to speak. It all contributes. You know, Like, for example, we need fish. We need
But-
fish, for example, for magnesium and iron, right? The body demands that, and fish requires that. There's people that just don't, like Steven doesn't like fish. Not everybody loves seafood, but the body does demand it. Like for your eyes, for example, you gotta have certain nutrients, that the only fish can provide. Like fish is good for your eyes.
Let's
So-
go to our nutritionist, Steven. What do you think about this, Steven?
Steven knows a lot about nutrition.
you have done, and I'm
Lost
not,
a lot of weight, by the way.
I'm not saying this to be a smartass, but you have done a pretty extensive amount of research on nutritions and values on proteins and fats and carbs and stuff. So what is your take on vegans and vegetarians and also meat eaters? Have you heard about the carnivore diet where people just eat meat steaks every fucking day? It's done exceptional. It's had exceptional results in certain people's just mental and physical health. Like Dr. Jordan Peterson, he's on the carnivore diet, eats steak every meal.
It's a lot of fat.
Well, he's also lean steak. But what is your
lean
what is your
steak.
take on different nutritional values, and why is it good to eat meat instead of just having a vegan or vegetarian diet?
I mean, like you said, there is other ways to get your protein, but it's harder. Like it could, it's just easier to get it from meat. We already know that. I guess these vegans and these vegetarians, probably most of them would prefer not to eat meat because they care for the animals. I'm the same way. I care for the animals. I get really attached with animals, so I feel bad for the animals. But I also understand that we do need the meat. So I'm not a hunter myself. I won't go hunt animals.
You won't?
No, I won't.
You won't.
No, but
It's fun, man.
Why won't you?
because I don't want to do it. Like I care for the animals, but I'm not opposed to somebody else doing it. It's a part of life, so I'm okay.
Isn't
with
that contradictory?
it. Not necessarily. Like I said, I won't do it myself, but I'm not opposed to somebody else doing it. If you understand that.
Not entirely, no. I'm not gonna lie, I don't. I don't understand that, because if I go and hunt something, I'm gonna eat what I kill, and I look at it as a service to the animal, because whenever you kill a deer, say you kill a deer, you're shooting it in the heart, in the chest, where it dies within a couple of minutes, opposed to it being ripped apart from a bear and having a completely horrific death, just being torn to shreds, suffering in agony, ripped apart, eaten alive by a bear or a lynx or a wolf. And I'm doing it, I think, a great service. I don't think we're doing it a disservice. I think we're doing it a service to shoot deer, to go hunting deer. And also, if we don't have deer hunters, it's been publicly known that they will overpopulate the forest, and they will eat all the vegetation, and they will basically have nothing to eat if they overpopulate, if we don't intervene and shoot and eat and kill the deer. Same thing with pigs.
Well, hence
they're
why-
destroying.
Which is why we have open season when it comes to hunting.
Same thing with pigs. They're destroying farmers' agricultures. If you don't kill the pigs or the hogs. It's hogs, not pigs. It's a different kind of species. If you don't kill the hogs, they will destroy the farmers' agriculture and their crops, and they will prevent them from distributing them to stores, to markets. So they actually pay people to go and kill the hogs. And you can actually do that, and you get paid from killing hogs because they're destroying agriculture. So you actually have to. They're like an infestation in certain regions in the United States, in Texas too, Austin, all parts of Texas. The hog population is equivalent, not equivalent, but comparable to the population in rats population in New York City.
Now
They're just sorry.
like for example, like I think in Texas, for example, I mean, our the Western Diamondback rattlesnake is one of it's native to Texas, and I want to say Arizona as well, and all the way to New Mexico, if I'm not mistaken. So there's laws here where it's basically open season. You could go in there and hunt for rattlesnakes, but it's only in windows, because we all know that as you may know, snakes are good for the environment because what do they kill? The rodents.
Right.
It keeps them in check, right? So you can't kill all the snakes, I mean, because they eat the rodents, And let's just say you have a mobile home. There's rattlesnakes living under your mobile home, people. But guess what? They kill your rodents. Kind of like having a cat too. And if you have a pet cat, they hunt your roaches and rats. It keeps them in check. So I get what you're saying. Stephen. Like you wouldn't hunt for them because you care for the animals, but you're not opposed for somebody else doing it. But it's not like you're having them extinct or anything like that, But,
yeah, I mean, they're gonna do it anyway. So what's the point in me not eating meat if they're getting hunted anyways? So.
Yeah,
But you are supporting them, though. If you don't agree with their actions, then
I don't disagree with their actions.
you don't disagree. But you would do it.
I wouldn't
you
do it
personally
myself.
wouldn't do it. You personally wouldn't do it. Yeah, that's.
I don't.
I mean, all those nice guns you have, man, I would love to take them out for a ride, and hunting, So, it's pretty surprising that you wouldn't, do it yourself. So, it's fun though, because you gotta blend in with the forest when you hunt, man, and you gotta be up there 3, 4 in the morning when the deer come out, and you gotta set up your deer corn, and it's not easy to hunt, man. So it's not like you're gonna hunt 10 deers in a day, man. You're lucky to get one in a whole week.
Well,
And
you're
one deer-
lucky if you shoot one and it doesn't get away.
And,
Yeah, because once you take that shot, it scares all the animals away, and you're screwed.
one deer can last a family, average family, up to 6 months. I don't subscribe to the ideology that animals, especially non-domesticated animals, have feelings or have consciousness or go to heaven. Or animals are put here, my opinion, by God for us to eat.
Well, I mean,
The deer. I mean,
And
It's
some
like
of them
plants.
eat us.
it's like vegetables,
what is a cow gonna do in the wild?
Well, what is a plant gonna do in the wild? Like, it's just like saying, well, I care for plants. I have a garden, so I can't eat vegetables because I care for plants. It's the same shit, I mean, obviously I could compare them because they're still a living thing.
I have no problem with eating a plant or eating, lamb is one of the most tender, one of the most delicious.
And also it's healthy too, from what I've
It's a
read,
delicacy. It's a delicacy. It's rich in nutrients. It's rich in protein. Yeah, it'll be one meal for you to eat a fucking baby lamb. You know what I mean? I mean, they are cute. I'm not gonna lie, they're cute. But what purpose does it serve other than giving us nutrients and vitamins and shit like that we need to survive? Why would you go through the trouble of feeding and watering and taking care of an animal other than, pets? What good does it do? Like, what good does it do to feed and water a cow besides selling it or slaughtering it for meat?
Someone else is gonna. If you don't do it, someone else is gonna do it. That's for sure. Someone else is gonna eat it if you don't eat it.
What good is a cow?
Just milk.
Milk. Milk. Okay, milk. That's a good point. Milk. They produce milk. but
Or baby cows.
deer has some of the most lean, and especially elk meat has some of the most lean protein. It's like eating a super athlete that just runs. All it knows is running because it gets scared. Everything scares the elk. It just runs its whole entire life. It eats nothing but grass
It's a survivor.
it eats nothing but vegetation its whole entire
Grass-fed.
life. You know what I mean? So, and at the end of the day, we are vegetarians because we eat animals that eat nothing but plant life, vegetation life.
Kind of like the plants that we eat. Well, the plants, they get their energy from the sun. They absorb the energy from the sun, which keeps them growing, healthy, which the animals eat that energy. And then we eat that energy from the animals.
It's the circle of
It's
life.
what it is,
It's a circle of life, dude.
So all these animal activists, and honestly, it's good to have animal activists because, animal
Why?
abuse and all that. Well, when it comes to animal abuse, like,
yeah,
but
of
when
course.
but when it comes to now, I do agree with animal activists when it comes to preserving
Endangered species.
an endangered species from
Absolutely.
getting extinct. Like there's
Absolutely.
certain birds. There's
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, there's laws enacted. You cannot kill a certain animal.
Let me make this perfectly clear. I do not condone any mistreatment of animals or abuse of animals.
But some people think eating meat is an abuse of animals.
No, it's not.
You
No, it's not. We're doing them a service. Because they will get completely slaughtered and torn apart by their counterpart in the wild. When's the last time you seen a fucking wild cow? You know what I mean? Cows can't run.
Yeah, I know they're good to
They can't defend themselves.
They can't survive in the wild.
They sleep.
They really can't.
They sleep on their fucking feet. I mean, they literally they can't move. Hogs are destroying agriculture. We need to shoot them. Baby, see, the thing is, here the deal is, you want to get a baby hog about 80 pounds, less than 100 pounds. And that's some good meat right there. That's good eating right there. You have ribs, you have pork chops, you have bacon, you have all kinds of shit. You have the back. I'm not sure. I know deer, the first part you want to eat is the back strap of the deer. But deer serve us a purpose. And they feed you. I'm kind of conflicted on the hunting for sport. You know what I mean? Hunting for sport is different than hunting for food.
But it's only temporary. Like it's such a small
Yeah,
window.
you have
It's
a
such a
certain
small
amount.
window.
You have a certain amount of deer you can shoot per year.
And you got to report it too.
I think 1 or 2 deer you can kill a year.
I think it depends
a
on
whole year.
I think it depends on the state, but most states, I think, you have to report what you shot at. Actually,
Yeah, you do,
because
the game warden
comes around and they hear how many shots you shot. Okay, so what did you hit with that shot? Did you hit something? Did you didn't hit something? So it's regulated. So it's people think it's like a massacre. It's really not. So.
No,
it's not
dude.
like back in the.
We don't want to.
Was it in the 18th? I want to say it's the 18. I may be wrong. Probably in 1870s, 1880s, where, what the government did was they were paying people to pretty much extinct the buffalo to starve out the natives. That was their way of hitting their supply. Now that was bad, obviously back then.
Yeah.
But nowadays we have laws now. Hey, you can't do that no more. Because we see the implications, So we have so many laws, we have so many laws, we have so many regulations that I think people just losing their mind over, oh my God, you shot an animal,
So, Steven, would you go fishing?
I used to,
Fishing's
but
fun.
I don't really do it anymore.
No, but would you go fishing and fillet a fish and gut a fish open? And
No, I wouldn't do that.
You wouldn't do that.
No, I've never done that
Why wouldn't you do that though?
because I don't want to.
You don't want to? Why? Do you have sympathy?
morally?
You have sympathy for the fish?
Yeah.
Really? Really? Man,
Well,
Yeah, so I'll let somebody else do it.
you do know that Jesus used to fish,
what,
right?
What about a liberal? Would you shoot a liberal and you have no sympathy
You know
toward
he would say
liberals,
yes.
but animals you have more sympathy toward animals than you do.
But guy, I forget. You know, Jesus used to fish. Jesus Christ used to fish. So I mean, the sea provides so many nutrients, man. I mean, I think a fish.
Dude,
If you eat fish, man, I think it
squid?
would benefit you. I don't.
I love squid.
I used
You
to
never
eat
had calamari?
Yeah, I calamari.
That's squid.
but
Calamari is squid.
I don't eat it all the time though.
It's squid.
I know it is, but not all the time.
Octopus, lobster,
Oh, lobsters,
crab.
Yeah, of course. That's all my
Dude,
gumbo.
I love eating animals. Period.
Yeah.
They taste so
Yeah.
amazing.
Oysters,
Why-
raw oysters, one of my favorite meals. You know.
Why, okay, I'm not trying to get too religious or anything, but why would God make them taste so delicious to us? You know,
They're meant for us, man.
Animals eat animals. We are animals. You know that, right? We are animals. We're mammals.
We're mammals.
We're mammals. We can eat animals. Like, obviously, you eat animals, but I think that, and this is coming from. I'm very kind of being a hypocrite here because I've never been even hunting. I've been fishing, but I've never been hunting. I really want to go hunting. I will shoot the shit out of a duck or a quail or a deer or any fucking thing I want to eat.
A rattlesnake. Ooh.
But I've never been hunting. I would like to go, but anything that I kill, I would like to eat. Squirrel, I would eat any fucking thing, dude. I would try it as long as it's edible, as long as it's not poisonous, as long as it's not infecting me or hurting me. I would, man, dude. I eat any fucking thing, dude. I don't give a damn. I'll shoot the shit out of any fucking thing, as long as it's not a dog or a cat or something domestic like that, man. You know what I mean? So, but that's just me. I mean, call me crazy or whatever like that, but I mean, I think a lot of people feel the same way, man. Have you seen Man Eater?
No.
You gotta watch that show, dude.
Is it a Nat Geo?
I think it's on might be on Netflix.
Oh yeah. It's on Netflix. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's a good show, man.
Is that the one where you could click and choose the adventure, or
No, it's
that's another one?
It's basically a show where this guy, he goes hunting every episode, and everything they show the setup, where they're at, what they're hunting. They show the science. They show what the animal is attracted to, how to track the animal, how to lure the animal in, and it's just a great show, man. You gotta watch that show, called Man Eater. Meat Eater. Let me look it up. Meat Eater, Wild Within. It's Steven Ranella.
Joe Rogan's on that motherfucker.
He's on there for a couple episodes. Meat Eater. Steven Ranella. 10 seasons.
2012.
Watch now on Netflix. So you can watch it. It's on Netflix right here. Meat Eater. All kind of shit, man. I love eating salmon, but I just go to the store because I'm.
You know what fish has no fat and it has more protein than salmon? Cod.
Oh, I made cod the other night.
Yeah, I love that. That's all I eat, man, when it comes to fish.
I eat cod. Oh, well, I eat fish at least once a week.
Yeah, I eat once a week too. Fish.
I used to eat a lot of tuna, just like straight out of the can.
I mean, you like seafood then?
Well, I didn't like it as much. I mean,
Yeah, put a little bit of light
I don't
mayonnaise.
dislike it. Yeah, I used to love it with mayonnaise,
A little bit
or
light
Swiss
mayonnaise
cheese on it too.
and hot sauce.
But I figured I was just getting more value out of the chicken.
Oh yeah, yeah, you're right about that. But I like to mix it up. I got my chicken. I got my fish too. You know, throughout the week. So
Just the just raw chicken breast is a lot cheaper. A lot cheaper.
true. You know, especially when you have a family to take care of too. You know, and you have a whole family to feed. You know.
Yeah. It does get expensive. Anyways, man. You ready to wrap this bitch up?
Yeah, man. I mean, I gotta go to work tomorrow. So,
All right, man. Any last thing y'all want to say?
let's go, Brandon.
Biden even agrees. He said it on live television.
All right, guys. Well, thank you once again. 2 hours, 15 minutes, man. So
I'll be damned.
I want to thank you guys for being here with me. Appreciate you guys for coming.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
I think we had a good podcast here, man. We might have went off the rail a little bit here with a couple of topics.
Fucking aliens and shit. Fucking animal rights.
I think that's what we should eat next. We should eat aliens next.
I wouldn't mind. I would eat an alien. As long as it was safe.
Probably gives us hidden knowledge, you know.
I wouldn't be the first person to eat an alien, but I would definitely try it if it was safe. But
I will hang it as a trophy in my room.
Oh yeah, the head.
Invaluable, man. Make me I'll be a billionaire.
Well, guys, thank you so much for coming. Like I said, thank you everybody for watching. If you stick around for this long, it's a good podcast. Make sure you guys like and subscribe if you're on YouTube. Drop a like, drop a comment, drop a subscribe. If you're on Facebook, give me a follow, give me a thumbs up. And be careful out there, man. You don't know what's gonna happen next. Everybody stay safe.
Stay strapped.
Strap up.
Legally. So.
That's right.
All right, guys. Well, let's go, Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon, y'all.
All right, let's go, Brandon.
Peace out, everybody. All right. Y'all have a good night.
Something to do.
Boop, beep, bop, boop.